All right, everybody, welcome into the high noon edition of me, Pugs Moran Live. High noon. This is the first of two different streams that we do each and every day. Well, at least Monday through Thursday, we do two. This one comes on at noon. That is now. This comes in noon, comes on at noon, Monday through Friday. And what we do here, topics. We do current events. We do trends. We do anything that's happening, anything that people are buzzing about, anything that people are talking about. If it's happening in the world right now, it's something that you should be aware of if you want to consider yourself a in tune, well-rounded individual. That's what I'm going to give to you today. Yeah, I know, a little zoomed in. I know. Byron's in the chat. He's like, you're a little zoomed in today. I know. It's because a little different setup. I had my kid this weekend, and when he comes this weekend, I have to dismantle all of the things that he's not allowed to touch because I don't know, he's like got this magic power where anything he touches breaks. It's crazy. So every time that he comes here, I have to keep all of the important, and I did the setup. I got a little bit closer here today. So you can see my crazy red sunburned bald head. Anyway, back to what today is. The High Noon Show. Trending topics, headlines, hot topics, things that people are buzzing about, anything that's going on in the world, we cover it right here. We don't spend any too large amount of time on any single issue. We just go, boom, next one, boom, here's what's trending. Here's why it's trending. Here's what I think. Boom, on to the next one. Here's what's trending. Here's what I think. Boom, on to the next one. We also try to give you here on the Noon Show a little history of the day. Like what happened today? Why is today such a cool day? Stuff like that. So that's the High Noon Show. That's the first. I say we do two streams here. Monday through Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All times Central Standard Time. Come on, what are we doing here? All times Central Standard Time. We do Pillow Talk at 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Pugs and Parker proudly present Pillow Talk on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. It's me and James Parker. We come back. We talk about the day that was. Nah, not really. We just kind of get into a little bit of conversation about typically, whereas this show will be like 50 topics. The Pillow Talk show is one or two. And we tend to like get into it a little bit more, things that we're interested in talking about. It's conversational. We appreciate you stopping by for either one of those shows. As I say, all time Central. This one, Monday through Friday at noon. And then the other one, Pillow Talk, Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. All right. How's everybody doing? Did everybody have a good weekend? Byron, I see that Byron is here. Byron says, we seasoned fans are used to things being off after Mason's weekend. Yeah, but it's okay now. It's working. I got it. See, I'm to the point now where I can I can get the system back up to the way I like it without having any sort of significant delays. There were a few weeks there, I'm sure you remember, where I didn't sound right, where the camera was, but I'm getting better at this, folks, and I appreciate you bearing with me as we make our way through all this. What a weekend. Oh, what a great weekend. We had such a good weekend. Hope you did too. That's just something I say. I really don't think much about your weekends. Okay, look, if there's a choice, then yeah, I hope you had a good weekend. I wish no harm on no man, but it's not like I was like, yeah, I wonder what Byron's doing this weekend. It doesn't happen. It probably should. And maybe this is something I'm learning about myself right now in real time. Maybe I need to be a better person, a more thoughtful person. Maybe I need to be more considerate of the people who stop by here and hang out with me for a couple hours every Monday through Friday at noon. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Went to Top Golf on Saturday. Had a birthday party. The lovely missus of the master house here. I do this show from the spacious Comfort Nest guest lounge high atop the 1%er compound on the property of E. the Artist. And his lovely wife celebrated a birthday. 25 years old. 25 years old. Well, she looks it. That's what you gotta say those nice things. We had such a great time. How come Top Golf wasn't a thing when I was 10? Why did it take so long for America to sort of embrace because they had these things in like Japan and in Europe and stuff like that. Why just within like the last 15, maybe 20 years has Topgolf become a thing here in America? Why wasn't it here when I was a kid? That place is awesome. That place is so cool. I just you get a bay. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Yeah, you got to rent a bay. So you rent a bay and it's got tables and menus and a full bar, and then you just swing a golf ball, hit it, drive a ball somewhere, and then just go turn around and walk back to your seat and sit down. It's like, I guess it's kind of like bowling, where except no bowling. You don't have a pub table at your lane, although maybe some do. I haven't been to a bowling alley in a while. Anyway, had a good time. Had a good time at the Topgolf, and they got everything there. They got the mini golf. They got putt putt. They got batting cages. They got all that. We just stuck to the the golfing, the driving. Played some games. Different games. It's all computerized. They got flat screens everywhere, like showing you like where you're hitting it and where you're aiming for. It's crazy. It's crazy. Had a great time. Got a little sunburn though. Got a little color. That's good. Although the color, let's be honest, the color is from my running. By the way, for those of you keeping track of my diet situation, I warned you all going into this weekend that whenever I have my son for the weekend, that the diet falls apart. And the diet fell apart. The diet fell completely apart. My best efforts aside, dude, at at Topgolf, I drank like 1,500 calories in beer on Saturday. Beer sucks. The lowest calorie beer they had was like 90 calorie beer. And I've been doing only 1,000, 1,200 calories like that, like between 1,000 and 1,200 calories. And I've been running. I mean, I still ran. I didn't run yesterday. I didn't run yesterday because it was windy. That was my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. It's harder to run in the wind. I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this nonsense. It's too windy. But yeah, Saturday night we Grubhubbed some. No, actually, we didn't Grubhub. We Uber Eats. We Uber Eats some Chipotle because my kid's like, I want Chipotle, and I'm like, we're having a sensible meal. I want Chipotle. And I'm like, okay, all right. We come back. We were out at the Topgolf all day, and I was like, fine, whatever, fine. But we're Uber eating it. Why can't we just pick it up? It's quicker. Like, because I've had, tell them, you don't say, because I've had a couple of beers and I just don't want to drive. Because my kid has never seen me drunk, and he still never has seen me drunk. But, I don't drink much. So, I had like 4 beers and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to drive anywhere. This is the beauty of having, people bring you food to your house. Look, there have been some good things that came out of the pandemic. We're all more willing to just have people bring us food from everywhere, not just places that traditionally deliver like pizza or Chinese or whatever. Everywhere delivers now. So we got Chipotle. And then yesterday we had a sensible dinner. Oh, really? Pizza is a sensible dinner? Okay, all right. We had sensible lunches. I'll say that. We had chicken salads and stuff like that for lunch. So all right. Let's see here. Who else we got? We got Byron here. We got Jen here. JBM, as we like to call her. Let me check more in the chat room here. What's happening? Should I just get into it? Looks like we're a little thin here on Monday. Usually there's more. Where's my Jeff Glenn? We lead the league in Leslie's. I don't even see one Leslie in the chat room today. I don't see April. There are people who are missing, is what I'm trying to say. That's okay. We'll give it time. There's no clock to punch on the show. You stop by, you stop by. If you don't, I don't. There's Will. Will's here. I didn't see Will. Will says it only takes 1 day to reverse a week's progress. I know, man. I know. Dude, I must have done on Saturday. I must have done over 3,000 calories. Easy. And purposely, everybody's eating at Topgolf, right? And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to eat. I didn't have any cheese sticks. I didn't have pickles. Everybody got burgers and stuff. I'm like, no. Because I knew there was a cake coming, and I was going to have a piece of cake. And boy, did I eat the crap out of that piece of cake. I inhaled it. It was a strawberry cake. I don't even I like all cake. But, strawberry isn't like what I would go with. But the birthday person gets to choose the cake, and it was her favorite cake, and it was delicious. was delicious. All right, here we go. Let's get into what today is. Today is the 11th day of April. No, it didn't freeze or anything like that. I just I feel like I got a little heartburn brewing. Why do I have heartburn? Ugh. Oh boy. Hi, Stacy. Look, we got Stacy here now. I see Jeff. Hold on, guys. Hiccups. Damn it. For those of you first timers, you know that this is an ongoing problem. This is why I no longer have a career in big time radio, because of my hiccup situation. I thought it was heartburn. I thought it was a little heartburn, but it turned out it was just a hiccup. So now I gotta beat my hiccups. Good Lord. Yeah. Hey, by the way, what is the weather supposed to be like today? It was raining, or it stormed for like 10 minutes, and now it's like now it looks like it's beautiful here in sunny North Texas. Let's see what's 12:13 p.m. It's only 75 degrees. It's hotter than 75. Byron says I go too long without taking a breath. That's probably part of it. I was, you know what? The contrarian in me wanted to argue with him, but he's probably right. So I should just shut up. However, I've said this before. I learned absolutely nothing in journalism school. And I learned even less in the broadcast journalism portion of my college education. Nothing that I use, because I went to school in the 90s and it's all completely different now. It has completely changed. Although one of the things that I did learn was how to not swear, how to make sure that you don't swear. Although now, again, that's changed because I can say whatever I want now because this isn't, FCC regulated. And how to beat hiccups. I learned a trick on how to beat hiccups. And it has served me well, and it does work. It does. I can control my hiccups. And now they're under control. Okay, it is the 11th day of April, year of our Lord, 2022. It is the 101st day of the year, man. We are into the triple digits as far as the year 2022 goes. There are 264 days remaining until New Year's Day. That means New Year. So, All right, what is today? Let's find out what today is. Let's check the national calendar. Let's see how we should be commemorating this day, how we should be. It's National Barbershop Quartet Day. Was that a thing? Was that a thing in like the 1890s and like the 1910s where barbershop quartet? Like, you know what I'm talking about. These are all the guys, they wear like the candy cane looking suits and they have mustaches and like silly hats and they're like, oh man, and they all sing and they harmonize and stuff. So I've only seen that depicted in like, I don't know, like old timey things, but I guess it's still around. What? I've never been to like a Supercuts and like a bunch of dudes started singing. Why barbershops? Like, why did people? I don't understand. I don't get. I mean, I get a quartet. You want to be in a quartet? You like to sing? Cool. So you're a quartet. Why are you hanging out at the barbershop doing it? I don't understand why the barbershop was. Why not a muffler shop quartet? Right? Why not the, I don't know, why not the soda fountain quartet? Why you'd think soda fountain, you got a crowd. That's where you would want to do it. Why? Wilsey's got a hot take on barbershops. I'm ready for it. Barbershop quartets were the result of banning blackface. Let me try and work that through. I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more from you, Will. I got no response to that. It's National Cheese Fondue Day. Happy Cheese Fondue Day. I like cheese fondue. Cheese fondue is good. I like fondue, except I always seem to burn myself. Stacy says, LOL, no longer wear those suits, but still around, especially the full barbershop chorus. But what do they have to do with a barbershop? I've never in my life, which is now over half a century old, I have never been to a barbershop. Well, I mean, I haven't been to a barbershop in a long time, but you know what I'm saying? When I had hair, when I had luscious locks, I had never been to a barbershop, and a bunch of dudes dressed like candy canes started singing. And I wouldn't go to that barbershop. That would be weird. That would be like, that's a weird barbershop. You know, another thing, I don't think I've ever had a dude cut my hair. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, when I was really little. My grandpa used to take me to, like, his old man barbershop, and then I had a dude cut my hair. But no, I mean, as long as I've been going to barbershops on my own, which I guess would be like, what? 16 through, I don't know, when did this all leave me? 30, 28? Yeah, started shaving my head around 2000. So yeah, so I would always go to like a Supercuts type place. It was always chicks. It was always girls that did my hair. Why would I have a dude running his fingers through my hair? It wasn't my thing. Will says it's hard to explain his Barbershop Quartet hot take about it having something to do with blackface. It's hard to explain in chat, but trust me. Will, you've earned my trust, my friend. Jeff says, supposedly it was to entertain customers waiting to get a cut and shave. Okay. All right, Jeff. That makes sense. I guess before they had sports on flat screens, you had to do something. Can we get back to National Cheese Fondue Day? That is a day that I can get behind. Yes, it is National Barbershop Quartet Day, but it's also National Cheese Fondue Day. Did I mention I always seem to burn myself with hot cheese? I don't know how that happens. Because I'm a glutton. Because you're a fat glutton who sees a pot of boiling cheese and can't control himself. That's probably true. It's National 8-Track Tape Day. Boy, that even predates me. I mean, I remember seeing 8-track tapes, but I don't think I ever bought an 8-track tape. I don't think I ever had one. I remember them. I remember them being around, but... So if you got one, listen to that. Weren't the sound on 8-track tapes really bad? It was like super muffled. Wasn't it like really? Yeah, okay. It's National Pet Day. So if you got a pet, don't kick it today. Love on your pet. Give your pet National Pet Day. I don't know what that means. It's also National Submarine Day. All right. So for all you people in Norfolk and San Diego, there you go. You can celebrate National Submarine Day. Don't have a whole lot of submarines here in landlocked Texas, but okay, it's National Submarine Day. Don't know what that's about. Go get yourself a Jersey Mike sub sandwich. That'll work. JBM says 8-tracks were the worst. They were cut over in the middle of a song. 8-tracks were the bomb, Kenny says. Kenny likes quad 8-tracks. Jeff says, Pugs, have you ever heard the Barbershop hot fondue? It's pretty cheesy. There you go, Jeff. You earned that one. What happened on today? Before we get into all the trending topics and all the things that are going on in the world today, let's talk about what is happening on this, or what has happened. What had happened was what occurred on this day in history. In 1945, World War I, World War II. World War I was not in 45. I know, I caught myself. In 1945, during World War II, American forces liberate Buchenwald. That's one of the concentration camps. So there you go. On this day in 1965, the Palm Sunday tornado outbreak of 1965. It'd be silly if it was the 1966 tornado outbreak, because it wasn't 1966 yet. 51 tornadoes hit in 6 Midwestern states, killing 256 people. All right, let's check this out, because I'm obsessed with tornadoes. Let's see what states were affected. I know Illinois was one because, and no, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. I thought it was Illinois. I thought Illinois was one of them. How are you going to have 6 Midwestern states and not include Illinois? Yeah, no, it was. There was Illinois. Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Missouri. Is this Crystal Lake, Illinois? Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like the worst of it happened. Yeah, McHenry County in the USA. All right, so the first big one was in Crystal Lake, Illinois. It was the Lakewood, Crystal Lake, Burton's Bridge tornado, which also struck Island Lake, Illinois. Then it went to Midway, Indiana, where it was an F4. What was this one? Yo, F4, F4, F5. Oh my goodness. Elkhart, Indiana. Russiaville, Indiana. Oh, Indiana just got thumped. What did it carry over the lake? Maybe it carried over the lake. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm looking at these pictures. Yeah, this was a bad one. All right. 1965, the Palm Sunday tornado outbreak. On this day in 1968, President Lyndon Baines Johnson signs the Civil Rights Act of 1968, prohibiting discrimination in the sale, rental, or financing of housing. Look, man, I mean, we white people, we never learned this in school. We never learned in school that, black people couldn't own homes. What do you mean they couldn't own homes? Well, they could if they found a black bank. There were no black banks. I know. That's why they couldn't get mortgages. It wasn't. Here's the thing. It's not that it was illegal to give a mortgage to a black family. It was that it wasn't illegal to not give a mortgage. So all of these banks, they would only allow. So white people were buying all the properties and then they were renting. And that's why you have the slums and the ghettos and all that kind of stuff. So 1968, and now we have no more slums and ghettos because that all changed. But anyway, I don't need to get into that. That's a pretty big deal. That was a pretty big deal when it was made illegal to. Was that the redlining, right? Wasn't that like a holdover from the old Jim Crow days? On this day in 1970, the Apollo program, okay? On this day, Apollo 13 was launched. And I'm sure everything went fine for Apollo 13. I'm sure that there was nothing. Well, of course we know the movie Apollo 13, one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. I got to interview Tom Hanks. He won. I covered the Critics Award season. I covered the Chicago Film Critics Awards, and Tom Hanks won for Best Actor, and that's my one lone meeting and sit down with Tom Hanks. I got to sit down with for like 10 minutes, just like he was sitting right there, and he was already Tom Hanks. I mean, he wasn't Tom Hanks, but he was already Tom Hanks, so it was pretty cool. And he was so nice because I was asking stupid questions because I was a dumb like radio person who didn't really care about film or acting or anything. I was just asking stupid questions. This is also the time where I got to meet Jim Lovell. Although I got to meet Jim Lovell a number of times after that. Jim Lovell is the guy that Tom Hanks portrayed in Apollo 13. Yeah, I'm queer for Jim Lovell. Jim Lovell's awesome. American hero. On this day in 1976, Apple I is created. The Apple I. Again, I ask, whatever happened with that? On this day in 2021, 20-year-old Dante Wright is shot and killed in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota by Officer Kimberly Potter, sparking protests in the city when the officer allegedly mistakes her own gun for her taser. We just covered the trial of this. Kim Potter went to jail, right? Yeah, she did. She was, oh God, I felt so, that's so tricky. I don't want, oh God. She obviously made a mistake, a deadly mistake, and the kid is dead. And, nah, don't go there. Nah, I won't rehash it, but it happened on this day. It's a very complicated situation. And I have some very staunch beliefs on that whole situation. Don't go there. Okay, I won't. We're moving on. How about birthdays? Let's talk about birthdays that happened on this day. On this day in 1930, here you go. Happy birthday, leader of the founder of Satanism. That's right, Anton LaVey. Anton LaVey, American occultist and the founder of the Church of Satan, was born on this day in 1970. So he's born. He died in 1997. Hey, what if he went to heaven? You think he'd be really mad? Like, you think he'd be like, hey, well, we checked the books, and yeah, you founded the Church of Satan, but you didn't really do anything wrong. You were kind of a nice guy, so you got to go to hey. Born on this day in 1939, Louise Lasser. Mary Hartman! That's who Louise Lasser is. Also, I'm a big fan of Woody Allen films. She's in a lot of Woody Allen films. Here's the thing about me that comes full circle to last night. I used to always, like, as a kid, I kinda got Louise Lasser. Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman! I got her confused with Margot Kidder. I don't know why. I you know, I don't know. They just for some reason, before you sexualize women, before you like, they just reminded me of the same person, and I would like get confused. Like sometimes I'd see Margot Kidder and something, and I'd go, "That's Mary Hartman." And I'd be like, "No, it's not." Okay, so how does it bring us back to last night? So last night, he's 12 years old, and he's like a tough guy, and he's like, he's like, he's such a dude, bro. He's like, oh god, I'm like, kid, you're like really leaning hard into some douchey ways, but whatever. He's 12, 12-year-olds are all trying to be cool. But here's the thing about him: he's 12 and kind of a dude, bro, but he loves scary movies, but he's such a little bitch. He's still 12, so he still gets freaked out by scary movies. And I will only watch scary movies made in the 1970s. That's the golden era of scary movies. Is that because you were 10 or 5 or whatever? Yeah, probably. But I think I can have a real intellectual debate about the golden age of horror movies, and the 3 scariest movies of my life were all made in the 1970s. And again, that may have something to do with the fact that I was just a little kid, so they freaked me out more. But what's a scary movie that's been made in the last 30 years that rivals The Exorcist, The Shining, or Amityville Horror? Those are like my 3. So we have seen The Shining. Ooh, ooh. I may have introduced my kid to The Shining a little bit early and we saw The Exorcist. And yeah, I mean that did its job. It did its job on him. And last night we watched Amityville Horror, which I know it's Louise Lasser's birthday, but it stars Margot Kidder, and I didn't realize that until I watched it. And even last night I was like, "Is that Louise Lasser or Margot?" Oh, that's Margot Kidder. That's right. So my kid and I, we watched Amityville Horror last night, the original one with James Brolin, and he was into it because he likes Josh Brolin, and I'm like, "Well, that's his dad." And he's like, "I can see it. I can totally see it." So we watched the original Amityville Horror. And when you watch a movie with me and you're my kid, you don't just sit down and watch a movie. Oh no. There's like a good 40 minutes of prep that goes into it. We pulled up the Wikipedia page. I explained to him that it's a true story. We watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos about the real house. We went on Google Maps and we looked at the real Amityville Horror. Oh yeah, I set the stage for him. And then we watched Amityville Horror last night, and it's not scary. It's not. There's like almost. It's not scary. It's not. I don't know what he said to me. We're like an hour into it, and he goes, "This movie's just creepy, Dad." And I go, "You're right." And like, I'm like, just keep watching. But in my head, I'm going, "Yeah, this really isn't as scary as I thought. This is not as creepy." Oh, and the night before, on Saturday night, we watched American Werewolf in London, which is also not scary, but creepy, but fun. That's more fun. We enjoyed American Werewolf in London more than Amityville Horror. Amityville Horror was both movies, though, however, end in a weird way. Like, I don't want to ruin the ending for American Werewolf in London, but it's a 40-year-old movie, honestly. I'm not going to get bogged down in the whole, you're spoiling it. You should have seen it by now, okay? That's all I'm going to say. So the end, spoiler alert coming. So the end of American Werewolf in London, he's rampaging through London, and he gets shot by police in an alley in, like, Piccadilly Circus. And he gets shot, and the girl, oh my God, the nurse in American Werewolf in London, who he falls in love with, who takes care of him after he's attacked by the werewolf. I've never seen this actress anyplace else other than American Werewolf in London. No. Oh, is she adorable? Mason and I both were like totally crushing. We're like, he's like, Dad, who is that? I go, I don't know, man. She's never done anything else. Okay, so anyway. So he gets shot in the alley, and she comes running up to him, and then the camera shows the body, and it's the Dr. Pepper guy again. Because remember, David Naughton, he did American Werewolf in London, but most famously, he was, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. He's the Dr. Pepper guy. We also watched the Dr. Pepper commercial because, I was like, look at this dude. This is all he ever did. He did this and he did Dr. Pepper. So she runs up to him after he's shot, and they just show a naked David Naughton laying there because he turned back from a werewolf. He turned back into a person. So he goes, here's how it ends. He's the werewolf. And then and they shoot him, and she runs up. She runs up, and the camera shows him laying there, and then it just goes, ba 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 bam ba dam bam ba dam ba dam dam ba dam ba dam bam bum 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 blue moon blue, and then the credits start rolling, and my kid's like, what is that? I go, I don't remember it ending so weirdly. He goes, that's it? He goes, it's over? I go, yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was it. We enjoyed American Werewolf in London, and we enjoyed Amityville Horror, although Amityville Horror not nearly as scary as I thought. And Amityville Horror starred Margot Kidder, who is not Louise Lasser. Louise Lasser is having a birthday today. That was a long way to go to celebrate Louise Lasser's birthday. I know, but whatever. It's also John Cryer's birthday. John Cryer was born today in 1964. John Cryer, famous for me for being Ducky in Pretty in Pink. And, of course, he was in Two Men and a Baby and a Charlie Sheen Tiger. But what was that show called? What was that show called with Charlie Sheen? There's 3 men and a lady, right? And then is it 2 men and a baby? Is that it? I never watched it. I mean, I've seen episodes. It's a pretty good show. I mean, but I wasn't like, I didn't watch all those episodes. Happy birthday, John Cryer. I'm sure you're cashing those checks, so the joke's on me. Born on this day in 1972. Never heard of this guy, but I'm going to mention him because it's my new alias. I will now be checking into hotel rooms under the name Balls Mahoney. That's right, Balls Mahoney. Apparently he's a wrestler. Oh, and he died. He died in 2016. Born in 1972, Balls Mahoney. Oh, God, what a name. I don't play video games, but should I begin, my gamer name is going to be Balls Mahoney. Or maybe I could trick it up. Maybe Balls McGillicuddy. Maybe Balls McGurk. Balls, I don't know. Balls Mahoney is pretty good. That's pretty solid. It's my new alias. I want a fake ID with Balls Mahoney on it. Born on this day also in 1972, another actress that I crush on. I don't even know what she's in. It's just every time I see her, I go, oh yeah, I like her. Jennifer Esposito, American actress and writer, Jennifer Esposito. She played a hot cop in something. I don't know. I think of her as like a hot cop. I'm like, that's a hot cop. I don't know what she was in. Jennifer Esposito, born on this day in 1972. Born on this day in 1980, Texas Ranger legend and New York Yankee, Mark Teixeira. Mark Teixeira, born on this day, 1980. Happy birthday, Tex. Mark Teixeira. Born on this day in 1987, Joss Stone, English singer, songwriter, and actress. I saw Joss Stone play once. Oh, she's great singer, great voice. I don't really know any of her songs or anything like that. I think I got taken there by a girl who liked her. I don't know, but we saw her, and I was distracted the entire concert because she was breaking the first rule of playing live, which was she was on stage barefoot. There was a carpet on stage, and she was like dancing around and singing, and she was barefoot. You're not supposed to be. I don't know, maybe she had better equipment. But all I remember is if you're like a bar band or if you're like, a garage band or something, you don't play barefoot. That's how you get electric shocks. That's how you touch you're creating all this static on the carpeting, and then she touches the microphone. She's not getting, I don't know, maybe Joss Stone has a better setup. But she was barefoot, and it bothered me. And I also don't like toes. So that was probably another reason why I was focusing on her bare feet. Joss Stone, happy birthday. Put some shoes on, lady. Deaths. We had a couple deaths here. Kurt Vonnegut died on this day in 2007. American novelist, short story writer, playwright, Pulitzer Prize winner. Slaughterhouse-Five. Next. Died on this day in 2013. Jonathan Winters. American comedian, actor, screenwriter. Full disclosure, never got him. Never got Jonathan Winters. Saw one thing that he ever did that I thought was funny. I mean, people think that he's like the funniest person who ever lived, and they may be right. I don't know. I just never really. I always found him to be a bit try-hardy. You're trying way too hard, dude. Just how about like he was one of these guys that didn't really have anything prepared, but he was crazy. He was insane. Like he was mentally insane. Like he was institutionalized, and he had all kinds of like problems. And they used to just like, and I guess it was like before people were on their meds. So he would just never be on his meds, and he'd be like, go out on the Tonight Show, and he'd just be like making noises and flapping his arms. I never really got it. Mad, 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 mad world. That was one time I saw him where I was like, that dude's funny. And it was a script. He was following a script, and he was funny. He was funny. He was funny in that. Anyway, so Jonathan Winters died on this day in 2013. By the way, Jonathan Winters, big idol of Robin Williams. Another guy whose comedy I never really got. I'm like one of these people who's like, I love Robin Williams, the dramatic actor. I don't really. Robin Williams, the comedian. I mean, Mork, when I was little, Mork was cool. I loved Mork. But after that, it was all like, okay, you're a little too try-hardy. You're just, Robin Williams. Like Robin Williams, groundbreaking HBO comedy special from the 1980s is unwatchable. I'm sorry. I tried to watch it a few years ago when he died. I'm like, I'm going to check out his comedy again. Maybe I should give it a second look. Unwatchable and crazy racist. Like crazy, like by today's standards, like doing all these ethnic voices and, just stereotyping everybody. Yeah. I mean, I didn't mind that. I'm not one of those people that minds that. But that's one of my takeaways. I was like, he couldn't do this now. Robin Williams couldn't just be Mr. Oh, and he was so coked up. His HBO special, he is so obviously just blasted out of his mind. And he's so anyway, so Jonathan Winters and Robin Williams. And do you know that I got to a point like in the 90s and stuff that when Robin Williams was a guest on like the Tonight Show or David Letterman or something, nope, click, I'm out. It's just exhausting watching him. It's just like not that like, oh, he's such a fantastic performer. He just draws you in and takes out your life's blood. No, it was just like, oh God, stop. Somebody flipped the switch on this guy. This is so irritating. Oh. Robin Williams, the dramatic actor. Oh, fantastic. Loved him. Seemed like a nice man. Terrible how he died. Jonathan Winters had a nice long life. So Jonathan Winters, another guy I didn't get. Died on this day in 2017. Jay Giles. Jay Giles. What was the name of his band? He was in a band. I can't remember. Jay Giles. Of course, the Jay Giles band. Centerfold. Freeze Frame. Love Stinks. Love Stinks. Jay Giles band was pretty cool now that I think about it. Love Stinks. Love Stinks. And Centerfold. Centerfold was the massive hit. Na 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 na. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was cool. All right, let's get into what's trending today. All the things that are trending today, right? Take a sip. All right, I'll stop down. I'll check in on the chat room. I'll see what's happening. Jeff says only dirty hippies play barefoot. Yeah, not even them, man. You get shocked a couple of times, and you don't want to be barefoot on stage. Let's see here. Al says, did you ever see Robin Williams on The Birdcage? I never saw The Birdcage. Never saw that movie. I was at a place in my life when that movie came out where I didn't really want to watch like a super gay movie. That's honestly I know. Whoa, what are you racist? No. I was like, Nathan Lane and he in it. He's a little bit much for me too. Nathan Lane, the flamboyant. I have gay friends. None of them are flamboyant. None of them are, that's a little bit much. For the same reasons that, like, Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters exhaust me. It's like, ugh, can we tone it down? So I never saw The Birdcage. Al says it was hilarious. Okay, yeah, people love that movie, The Birdcage. Never saw it. Maybe I'll watch it. One of the greatest movies ever. I love to play a game where I recast Mad, Mad, Mad World with modern celebs. Ooh, that's a fun game, Jeff Glenn, because Mad, 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 no idea how many Mads World is a great movie. It is such a fun movie. My favorite character in Mad, 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 Mad World is Dick Shawn. Dick Shawn, who is the son of Ethel Merman. And he's like a playboy. I'm coming, mama. He's just, Dick Shawn died? Dick Shawn died on stage. Dick Shawn was doing a comedy routine on stage, and he had a massive heart attack, and he fell on the stage, and nobody did anything because they thought it was part of the bit. So he just laid there, and the audience was like, how long is this bit going to go on? He's been just laying there for 5 minutes. Look, Dick Shawn was a comedian. If it was his time to go, it was his time to go. And I bet you he loves that he died on stage. Who else died on stage? Somebody died on stage. Somebody died at like a Lucille Ball roast in like 1970. And somebody who's like, their kids are famous. Like this person who just like dropped dead on stage. Not on stage. He was, oh man, you know what? Died on stage. Maybe we'll do that at Pillow Talk because a number of people have. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Somebody who's very famous now. Their father was also a comedian. Although most people don't know that this guy's father was a comedian. Like they don't know that he comes from a famous family. And his dad died on stage at a Lucy roast. Like they were roasting Lucy. And he was a comedian. I got it. It's Al Brooks. Albert Brooks' father. Albert Brooks and Super Dave Osborne. God rest Super Dave. Albert Brooks and Super Dave Osborne. Yeah, Harry Einstein. There he goes. Jeff's got it. Although I said it first because of the delay. Yeah, Albert Brooks' father was on the dais at a Lucy roast, like in 1960 something or whatever. And he literally just died at the table. And everybody thought it was a bit at first. They were like, oh, he's doing a bit. No, he really died. Yeah, his name was Harry Einstein. He was a comedian back from the Borscht Belt days and all that. All right, enough of this stuff. Let's talk about some serious stuff that's happening. Deep Ellum was trending all day yesterday, and it's still trending today, although it's just barely hanging on to the top 50 trends on Google Trends. Deep Ellum. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this on? Oh my God. Holy crap. Deep Ellum. For those of you who are maybe listening elsewhere who do not know what Deep Ellum is, Deep Ellum is an area of Dallas. It's just to the east, southeast, maybe, I don't know, whatever, of downtown. And it's the arts, not really the arts, the music clubs. It's a place where you go to party. Every town has one. Historic. It's a historic. It used to be where all the blues clubs were back in the 1920s and 30s. And I mean, it is an historical area of Dallas. And it has been, I mean, in the 90s, it was where all like the Dallas, punk alternative bands were. And then when I got here, it hung on a little bit in the 2000s. And then it became like where all the hip hop clubs were and all the hip hop acts and all. It is the music center and artsy fartsy broke artists. It's where the broke artist. It's like in Chicago, maybe it's like Wicker Park, except it's a little bit better than Wicker Park because it's more focused on maybe it's, I don't know, whatever. You get the idea of what it is. Dallas police are asking for the public's help in finding the suspect in a shooting in Deep Ellum early Sunday. Now, I should also tell you, a shooting in Deep Ellum or police looking for somebody who did something in Deep Ellum, that's not news. That happens all the time. It's an incredibly dangerous area now. And yet it's always packed with people. I mean, people still go down there on Friday and Saturday nights and go to the clubs and they'll eat dinner and all that. But it is, I mean, I have seen, we stopped going. We stopped going around 2005. We were like, yeah, no, this place is not happening anymore. My friend drove, his car got broken into. We're like, yeah, okay, we don't need to go to Deep Ellum anymore. We can go back to Greenville. Greenville's all stupid frat kids. Okay, we can't go to Greenville. What if we go to let's just stick around in Frisco and Plano. We don't need to go anywhere. And that's basically what we did. 2 people were hospitalized after being shot in Deep Ellum. Both are in stable condition, police said. Officers were dispatched shortly after 1:15 a.m. in response to the shooting, which happened in the 2800 block of Elm Street. That's why it's called Deep Ellum. It's because of the funny way people here say elm. Elm. Hey, give me an elm tree. So it's Deep Ellum. Ellum, but it's because of Elm Street. Officers were dispatched shortly after 1:15 in response to the shooting, which happened in the 2800 block of Elm Street. Police said they're trying to identify the suspect and shared images of the person Sunday afternoon. The person is seen wearing a red shirt, white shoes, and red pants with a large Nike logo. Anyone who has information about the shooter's identity or whereabouts is asked to contact Detective Orlandus Bronner. Just call the police. Just call. You don't like giving out his phone number. It's fine. I mean, this is in the Dallas Morning News, so. Let's see here. But here, okay, I'll show it to you, dude. What, is this Deep Ellum or is this Beirut? There is video of this shit. Look at this. This is so crazy. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is the whole reason why it's trending, because of this video. Otherwise, it would just be another shooting in Deep Ellum. Okay, so here we go. Let me share this with you. We'll break this video down. We'll show it a couple of times. It is crazy. Crazy. All right, so we're looking at it, right? So there's Deep Ellum. All right, so party bus. Woo! We're going partying in Deep Ellum. Look at the traffic. The traffic is all crazy. People just walking around, going bar hopping. So some gunfire erupts somewhere. See my cursor? Somewhere in this area. I think there's like some kind of a shooting that occurs. And then you're going to see a bunch of dudes just run through the streets. And they're running through the streets with their guns, just like, yeah! It's like the Wild West. Or it's like, you ever seen like those videos of like ISIS celebrating where they're just shooting guns up in the air? Where are those bullets coming down? All right, so let's watch this. This is crazy. There's no sound. All right. So now people are running. All right, you're going to watch right in this area right here. This is where the dudes are going to start firing in the air. They're running. Look, bang, 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 bang. What the hell? What? Catch that again? All right, here they go. Right there. Look by that black pickup truck. Look. Bang, 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 bang. This is why I don't go to. I am 15, 16, 17 years ago. I stopped going to bang, bang, bang. Stopped going to Deep. What the hell? I am from the south side of Chicago. Okay, let's make that perfectly clear. I don't go to Deep Ellum. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and I don't go bang, bang, bang. I never saw anything like this. It happened in the neighborhoods I don't go into. This is insane. Look at this guy right here. He's just, woo, got my gun because I can't go to the dance party without my gun. And this guy, I'm going to shoot too. Look, I caught this one right as the flash is going off. Bang, 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 bang. Stupid party bus ruins the view. We could have gotten a better view of these guys. Bang, bang. Oh, God. All right, so that's why Deep Ellum was trending. What the hell, you guys? What the hell? Is Fox News going to go on and on about the... Yeah, probably, because there's a Democrat mayor in Dallas, right? So I'm sure that'll be... But, they don't like to... Holy crap. All right, so that's why Deep Ellum is trending. All right, let's get into what else is trending. This was a big shock. This was, I mean, not a big shock, but this was sad news, boy. I woke up on Saturday afternoon, went out for my run, got the kid in the shower. We were preparing to, go to the birthday party at Topgolf, and all of a sudden, Dwayne Haskins is trending. Oh my God, what a sad story this is. Dwayne Haskins, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, dead at 24 years old. I mean, most of us remember him at Ohio State. He was amazing at Ohio State, and then he got drafted in the first round. I want to say 15th overall or somewhere in there by the Washington Redskins. Commanders. That's right. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. Commanders. Guardian. No, Guardians is baseball. Commanders got drafted by the Washington Commanders. Was terrible. They cut bait with Dwayne Haskins after a year, which is, really telling because he was a first round draft pick, 15 pick overall. But he was getting a second start. He was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was promised that he would be allowed to compete and he would get a fair look this year. 24 years old. He and Mitchell Trubisky, the new quarterback for the Steelers, were training together down in Florida over the weekend. And there were a number of other receivers and stuff from Pittsburgh Steelers and some other guys. They just all got together. They were training on Saturday and they had a practice on Saturday morning. And Dwayne Haskins, apparently he went out for a conditioning run and he was running along a very precarious stretch of highway and he was killed. He was killed trying to cross the street. He was hit by a car. 24-year-old Dwayne Haskins, NFL quarterback. Oh my God. Dwayne Haskins, an NFL quarterback, died tragically after being hit by a dump truck early Saturday morning. ESPN reported that the 24-year-old was walking on a South Florida highway when the accident occurred. Florida Highway Patrol spokesperson, Lieutenant Indiana Miranda, confirmed the young athlete was pronounced dead at the scene. He was attempting to cross the westbound lanes of Interstate 595 when there was oncoming traffic, Miranda said in an email statement to the outlet. Oh, my goodness. How sad. Haskins was in Florida training with other Steelers players for the upcoming NFL season. He was new to the organization following an impressive career in college football and a brief stint on another pro team, the Washington Commanders. In 2018, a standout season played with the Ohio State Buckeyes led to Haskins being selected 15th overall by the Washington Commanders in the 2019 draft. After 2 seasons with Washington, he was signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin issued a statement on Haskins' death. "I'm devastated and at a loss for words with the unfortunate passing of Dwayne Haskins," he expressed in a statement shared on social media. Quoting now Tomlin, "He quickly became part of our Steelers family upon his arrival in Pittsburgh and was one of the hardest workers both on the field and in our community. Dwayne was a great teammate, but even more so a tremendous friend to so many. I am truly heartbroken." Haskins' former coach Ron Rivera of the Washington Commanders also issued a statement. "This is a very sad time, and I'm honestly at a loss for words. I know I speak for the rest of our team in saying he will be sorely missed. Our entire team is sending our heartfelt condolences and thoughts and prayers to the Haskins family at this time." His current teammates also shared their condolences. Steelers wide receiver Chase Claypool described Haskins as selfless as he remembered their final. He's dead. There's no reason that you need to talk about his reputation. I know. He was described as selfless. As he remembered their final moments, Steelers defensive tackle Cameron Hayward tweeted how Haskins' smile was infectious and he was a guy you wanted to be around. Likewise, Steelers linebacker TJ Watt said Haskins was always making people smile. During his 16 career NFL games at Washington, Haskins threw for 2,800 yards, 12 touchdowns, 14 picks. He is survived by his wife, Calabria. Tributes to the young talent continued. Well, it's just so sad. 24 years old. I mean, football is a stupid game. 24-year-old kid. He was getting another shot. He was considered a bust when you're drafted 15th overall, and you're then traded after 2 years. You're or not traded, cut outright. That's not good. He's getting another chance. He's with a new team. He's still in the league. It's not like Jamarcus Russell, who was bounced out and then never got it. He was getting another shot, and he was maybe putting it together, and he's down there. He's obviously in the offseason. He's down there training hard. That's sad. That's really sad. All right. Russia is trending. Russia is trending on a couple of things today. Russia is trending because a leading ratings agency has placed Russia in, quote, selective default. They have no credit anymore on the international markets. Here's what happened. Russia was unable to use dollars to pay their debt. Russia was unable to use dollars held in American banks to make a payment of about $650 million on its national debt. It tried to use rubles instead. And they're like, yeah, rubles ain't worth nothing anymore. So there you go. So yeah, Russia has no credit. No credit. They're going to need a cosigner. They're going to need to get some, maybe China will co-sign for him. I don't know. Elon Musk is trending today. Elon Musk trends every day, but he's trending right now because Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has abandoned his plans to join the board of Twitter. This according to CEO Parag Agrawal. So there you go. Just over the weekend, Elon Musk was making all kinds of crazy tweets out there about, I'm going to do this with Twitter, and I'm going to do this, and how would you people like this, and this is going to change, and that's going to change. And then here he is today. It's now being announced that he is no longer going to be on the board of Twitter. Tesla, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has abandoned his plans to join the board of Twitter. Chris Rock is trending. Chris Rock is trending because although he has still not spoken about the slap that occurred, it's 2 weeks ago already. Man, that just seems like it's, I mean, I know there's been like endless coverage of it, but it seems like it's, I don't know, 2 weeks. God, time flies. He told an audience in the Coachella Valley, this is being reported by the Desert Sun. Rock told audience members at his Fantasy Springs show Friday night that he isn't talking about the Will Smith slap for another reason other than simply taking the high road. Okay, so look, first people are like, Chris is just being classy. He's not talking about it. No, Chris got on stage and he goes, yeah, it's not because of the high road thing. It's not. Chris Rock says, I'm okay. I have a whole show. And I'm not talking about that until I get paid. Life is good, and I finally got my hearing back, which is new. We didn't know. I guess he had some hearing issues after he got slapped, but yeah, he's looking to get paid, and rightfully so, man. I'm telling you, everybody wants that sit down with Chris Rock. So get them checkbooks out, ABC. Get them checks out, whatever, NBC. Whoever's going to pay for one of those sit downs. This would be an Oprah one, right? Wouldn't this be like if it was still Oprah? I mean, does Oprah even do these things anymore? Who does that now? Who does the big interviews? Who's going to sit down with Chris Rock and talk to him? For years it was Barbara Walters. And then it was Oprah, and people sat down with Oprah. Who do people sit down with now? I have no idea. I'm trying to think. Michael Strahan? I mean, who's going to sit? Gail King? Doesn't she kind of do big interviews? I don't know, but he's going to get paid. He is going to get paid. And good for him. He deserves it. The humiliation that he suffered, he should get paid. You should get paid. If we want to know, and I want to know, and I'm not paying, let somebody else pay. But I'll tune in. I'll even sit through the commercials. There. That's my part of the deal. No, you won't. You'll record it and you'll watch it later and you'll skip through the commercials. That's true. I will. But somebody please pay him because I want to hear what he has to say. Jared Kushner is trending. Jared Kushner is trending today because he's sketch. He's 6 months after leaving the White House. Jared Kushner has secured a $2 billion investment from a fund led by Saudi Crown Prince, who was a close ally to him and the Trump administration. This, despite objections from the fund's advisors about the merits of the deal. So that's why everybody's like, oh, look at this. They're all getting paid now. Okay, that's fine. Inflation is trending. The March inflation report is set to be out tomorrow. And they're saying, oh, it's going to be bad. Even though gas prices are coming down. It was $2.70 here just like last week, like on Tuesday. And then it went down to $2.69. And I'm like, okay, well, it came down a penny. But now I saw it was like $2.49, $2.51, something like that. Yeah. So I don't know. Gas prices are coming down. Let's get them down lower. Wait, $3.59. I don't know. Whatever. I only pay attention to the second number. But the inflation report is not going to be good. The Lakers are trending. The Lakers are trending along with their head coach, Frank Vogel, because as of this morning, the reports state that Frank Vogel is out. You are out as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, even though LeBron said you were great. You can't look. This isn't the coach of the Lakers' fault. The Lakers suck ass, and it's not their. They got all. They're in salary cap hell. They've paid a whole bunch of 50-year-old NBA players way too much. It's stupid. But fine. Blame Frank Vogel. There you go. Blame him. So I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. I just know that ESPN is reporting that his firing is imminent, and that broke this morning. John Oliver is trending. John Oliver, host of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on HBO, a show that I used to watch religiously and I have not seen in 2 years. I can't do it anymore. I can't do any of that stuff. I can't do any of that shit that is just politically divisive. I can't. Same. I would never watch Tucker. I'm never going to watch John Oliver again. And here's what I don't get. It's just such intellectual masturbation. I don't. You are not. John Oliver is a terrific guy. I like him. I think he's very funny. He's a very smart guy. But his big rants that he goes on, his well-produced, well-thought-out, well-researched sort of stories, the big story that he does every week on his show, is always interesting. But who is this for, John? Who is this for? There isn't anybody that needs to hear this stuff that is going to be tuning into you, because same with Tucker. There is nobody that needs to hear that or that he wants to hear that is tuning in. It's all preaching to the choir, and it's just so exhausting now. It is. We are all in our corners. We only watch what we want. Not me, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't watch any of it. I've just rejected it all now. I don't give a shit. Everybody's got an agenda. Everybody is just preaching to their own little choir. I'm not interested. But John Oliver did a thing last night where apparently he used, and like I said, they do great research. His staff, man, they work. It's not like he did a show last Sunday and then they worked all week on this story and then they're going to do it next Sunday. That's not how it works. They start working on these reports like months and months. They have different teams. I saw like maybe it was on YouTube or something about how the John Oliver staff works. There's like teams, and like one team will be working on something for like 5 months for a show that's going to air. These are really it's impressive. It is impressive. So he did a thing about how the internet tracks everything that we do. He did a focus story on how, you Google search a washing machine just because, your mom's like, I need a new washing machine. Will you find me a good deal? And then you look it up. And then for the next month, all you get are these pop-ups for washing machines, or not even pop-ups, just the ads that you're getting are for washing or whatever. So, that's how they get us. Our information that we enter into the Google bar, we are the product. We are the product that gets bought and sold by different marketing groups and different organizations. And then they just kind of mainline directly to us whatever it is that we have in the past been interested in. So that's what John Oliver did. He did a whole story on that. And he talked about how it's currently completely legal for them to do this, to use our private information, our private Google searches, and all these kinds of things. And so what he did was he had his staff get all of this information about a whole bunch of members of Congress. He just acquired all of the Google searches and all of this stuff from all of these members because it's legal. And that was sort of his point. He's like, the only way that this is going to be made illegal to do, which is selling our personal data and our personal information and all that stuff, the only way that it's going to be made illegal and protect us, the great unwashed, is if something terribly embarrassing happens to a congressperson. That'll get him to, say this needs to be illegal. So he's trending because he had this manila envelope and he said, in here, I have some incredibly embarrassing, and he wouldn't say what congressman or whatever. And that's where I don't watch it. So that's where I left it. But that's why he's trending. On Last Week Tonight, John Oliver threatens to blackmail congressmen with their own digital data. So that's why he's trending. Kmart is trending. Kmart stores. Why is Kmart trending? Kmart is trending because apparently in New Jersey now there's only 3 Kmart stores. And like there used to be hundreds, but now there's only 3. Well, good for you, New Jersey. It sounds like you're killing it in the Kmart department because I can't tell you the last time I saw a Kmart. I don't know. Where are there Kmarts? I haven't seen a Kmart in 30 years. I have no idea where Kmarts are. Kmart, you know what Kmart was? Kmart isn't Kmart Target? Kmart is Target. Kmart is Walmart. When I was growing up, we had Kmarts. We had a store called Venture. I don't know if you had Ventures here in Texas. We had Kmart, we had Venture, and then we had a Zayre. We had Zayre, Kmart, and Venture. And now they're all gone. Now the things that you would buy at Kmart back in 1982 are just now things you go to Target for. So, I don't know, I'm not crying for Kmart. Somebody new came in and they did it better, I guess. I don't know. Remember the blue light special at Kmart? That was fun. That was like a game show going on inside the store. It was like whenever people would run, there were like these blue lights in every department of Kmart. For you kids out there who don't remember this, there were these blue lights, like police lights, like in every department. And throughout your shopping experience at Kmart, they would light off a blue light in one of the departments. And it was always like some ridiculous sale on something. For the next 10 minutes, motor oil is for, 10 cents. It was like the 80s, so it was probably cheap anyway. But you know what I'm saying? And so they light up, attention Kmart shoppers, blue light special is now in effect. And you see the blue light and people would just be running, get there to see what it was. That was fun. Kmart had like a little game show going on inside their stores with the blue light special. I think my mom got arrested in a Kmart once. I remember that. Yeah, that's a scar. It'll never go away. My mom was, we were going out of town on vacation. Okay, we'll tell you the story. She's going to hate that I'm telling this story, but it's totally innocent. I mean, it's totally innocent. I think I bought it. I don't know when I was because it seems like something that I would totally do or anybody could totally do. So we were going on vacation. We stopped at Kmart because she needed to buy sunglasses. And she was like trying on sunglasses, in the sunglasses thing. And I think like she found a pair that she liked. And so she put them like up on her hair like this. She's like, okay, I'm going to keep these. Maybe I'm going to get these. And she was trying on other ones. And she found a pair that she likes. Then we waited in line and she bought her sunglasses and we're walking out. She got buzzed. Hey, what's that sunglasses in your hair? And she's like, oh my, that's totally forget. My mom's not a thief. It's totally understandable. Her mind, look, I was a handful. She's dragging my ass around. We're probably late. We got to get in a car now and drive like 150 miles to some place in the middle of Michigan. We were going on vacation. We were literally, the car was packed. We were going on vacation. And she had a lot of hair. I mean, I could totally see that. It's hysterical. I was scared shitless. My mom's a criminal. No, I never even thought, but she would let go. She can get arrested. I mean, obviously they explained it to her and they were like, yeah, that actually kind of makes sense, lady. And my mom was hot too. So, they were probably like, yeah, let's let her go. She's fine. And then there's me. I'm crying. Like, what's happening? Fun times. But yeah, Kmart. So there's only 3 in New Jersey. No idea where there's a Kmart now. Jeff says there is a Kmart in Las Colinas and one way up north from you on Coit. Are you sure? There's still Kmarts here? Byron says, I saw a Kmart in Miami. Turns out it's one of 3 left nationwide. Well, no, this story says there's only 3 in New Jersey. So there's got to be more than 3. That's, you know what? Let's check that out, Byron. How many Kmart locations? Let's see. Kmart locations. I put Kmart locations and JCPenney officials. I'm talking about another dead store. Stores, Kmart. Okay, here we go. Kmart stores. Let's see. Oh, really? They're gonna give me just every single state, and I gotta click on each state to see how many Kmarts there are in the state, when obviously half of these states have none. All right, I'm gonna click on Texas. Let's see how many Kmarts we got in Texas. Buffering. Here we go. Yeah, no, sorry, dude. Whatever you're doing, there are no Kmart stores in Texas. All right, find a store within 30 miles. All right, so, oh wait, maybe. Hold on, wait, hold that thought. Yeah, no, there's not any Kmarts in Texas. Not according to the official Kmart.com website, the corporate site. All right, find a store within. It's got 30 miles. Let's go 100 miles plus. Let's see what happens there. All right, 100 miles plus of where I am right now. Let's see how many Kmart stores. Oh, God. Really? You're going to make me put in a zip code? Okay. What zip code am I at? I don't even know what zip code is here. Yeah, we're sorry. There are no stores within that zip code within 100 miles. So there you go. There you go, liar, Jeff. There's a Kmart in Las Colinas. No, there isn't. Kmart is telling me right here. We're sorry. There are no stores within that zip code or city. That's weird. What states have Kmart stores? Okay, that's a good one. What states still have Kmart stores? California still has a Kmart store. Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Guam, Idaho, and Illinois. Similarly, are any Sears stores still open? See, but this can't be right, because the reason it's trending is because New Jersey is down to 3 Kmart stores. Oh, Jeff Glenn says Google is telling them that there's a Kmart in Texas. The only one that comes up, like when you put Kmart locations, the only thing that comes up on, I'm using Microsoft Bing. The only thing that comes up is 1061 White Horse Avenue, Trenton, New Jersey. How many Kmarts are left in the United States? That's a good question. There are approximately 13 Kmart stores still open in the United States, with one set to permanently close soon, as of January 18th, 2022. All right, so as of January 18th, 2022, there's only 13 Kmart stores. Yeah, I don't know. Jeff in the chat room lying about Kmarts. Just trying to make me feel like I'm crazy. There ain't no Kmarts. All right, there you go. That's why Kmart is trending. Kmart's kind of dirty. Weren't they even in the 1970s and 80s, when I think of them? When you go, although, Walmart is kind of the same way. But no, if you go into the clothing areas of Walmart, there's carpeting and it's clean and there are mirrors. But when you go into that's what I like about Target. Because Target is like a working class store. It is not a fancy. It's not even Marcus. It's a normal everyday person going to store. But Target makes you feel fancy. You do. Target makes you feel. They got neon. They're cool. They're hip. They play music in their clothes sections. It's good. Targets are good. Targets make you feel okay about paying $10 for a pair of jeans, which, is really what we all need. Whereas Kmart, they would charge you $10 for a pair of jeans, but you would feel every bit the broke ass buying them there. Because you're like, look, has anyone ever vacuumed this carpeting? But at Target, it's you feel good by yourself. All right, let's see here. Sweden and Finland are trending. Sweden and Finland. I'm guessing there are no Kmart stores in either Sweden or Finland. Here's what I said Russia's trending, for a couple of reasons. Here's why Sweden and Finland are trending. Russia is warning Sweden and Finland against joining NATO. Who do you think you are, Russia? even if this was like 4 months ago, we'd be like, okay, first of all, Russia, you can't just tell other countries what to do. But now, well, what are you going to do? You're going to get your ass kicked in Sweden and Finland too, Russia? Is that what you're going to? But you can't be threatening anybody. You're getting your balls handed to you, Russia, by a bunch of people who you thought you were going to be able to steamroll in just like a weekend. You just were going to like go in there, take it over, and you were going to bring them to, and you didn't. You're getting your balls crushed by the Ukraine. And now you're really Sweden and Finland. Let me tell you something too, Russia. You threaten Sweden and Finland, that's a little bit different than the Ukraine, because, you know, when you're talking about the Ukraine, you got the whole world against you. But even though we're talking about the Ukraine, even there's some level of like a lot of people going, yeah, but Ukraine is kind of Russia anyway. They ain't going to do that with Sweden and Finland. You start threatening Sweden and Finland, and people are going to be like, nah. I mean, Ukraine, it's like white people, you can't hurt white people, but they're like former Soviet white people. So it's like, they got family history. It's like getting involved with like a divorced couple, you know, at the Chuck E. Cheese when they're arguing over the kid and whether or not he brushed his teeth or something. You're like, they used to be married. Let them work it out. That's kind of the vibe that a lot of people have regarding Ukraine and Russia. This is Sweden and Finland. You guys weren't even ever dating. This is like, you guys don't even, you're just like going to start beating up on some woman at the Chuck E. Cheese that's attending another birthday party. You can't do that. Sweden and Finland. Just shut up, Russia. Shut up. Seriously. So Russia's like, Sweden and Finland, you better not join NATO or it's going to be held. Oh, shut up, dude. You're like a month away from you're like a month away from the Ukraine just taking over the Kremlin. So you can't be Sweden and Finland. Are you kidding me? We like them. They've always been super cool, Sweden and Finland. They've like, again, I say back to Ukraine, you know, you can have sketchy feelings about them because, you know, Ukraine used to be a part of the Soviet bloc and, you know, they were, but not Sweden and Finland. Sweden and Finland, you may as well like go after, you know, Belgium. You're not, or Switzerland. You can't do that, Russia. We're really going to get on you for that. Although, by the same token, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Sweden and Finland not already in NATO? I would have assumed they were. I would assume that, you know. Oh, well. Manhole is trending. Manhole is trending alongside Times Square. Why is that? Because I got video for you. All right, so a manhole blew up in Times Square yesterday. In Times Square, you ever been to Times Square? Talk about dirty. Times Square is like the Kmart of American tourist attractions. I mean, I guess it's better than it was like in the 70s, but it's still kind of stupid. It's not cool. All right. So not last night, but like yesterday, Sunday evening, Times Square is all packed and stuff. All right. So here, I'll pull this up for you. All right. Let's get that one. There we go. Now, this video isn't as good as the Deep Ellum guys running down the street shooting guns. All right, so look at Times Square. There we go. Times Square. We're looking at Times Square. All right, down here, you got like a big breakdancing thing. People are dancing. I guess it looks kind of nice. You know, this is every tour. These are all tourists. People from New York do not go to Times Square unless they're trying to get from like over here to over here. That's what maybe they're walking because they're getting off work or something. But these are all tourists. These are all people that are just like, you know, hanging out. I love New York, and I'm going to tell you why I love New York. Listen to the racket. It's just constant noise. Look at this guy. He's dancing. Woo, he's going for it. Woo, the guy's flipping. Fun time, Sunday evening in Times Square. Nobody cares. It's a fire truck. Nobody cares. But now look, everybody's running. here's what I don't understand. Obviously, there's a response time. So are these like emergency vehicles? Are they responding to the manhole cover that exploded right in Times Square? It exploded and shot up into the air, and everybody thought a bomb went off. They can't be responding to that, because why are these people? They're not running from the sight of fire trucks. That's not why they're running in response to something. So these fire trucks and stuff, they must be going somewhere else, right? That's got to be what's happening. Watch again when people start to run. This guy's dancing. He doesn't care. Now something's happening. Look at the sea of humanity. Get out of here. Godzilla. Let's see how these people run. So that's got to be right here. Okay, so I guess these, was that a wheelchair? Everybody's running. Nobody here is running. Dancers are grabbing their coats. Like, at first I thought these people were maybe injured or something, but they're not. They're standing there. They're fine. All right. So here's what happened. So they're saying that like some kind of gas line or something. Where is it? Do we have? All right, let's see this one. They're saying like some gas line underneath the sewers, underneath the manhole, like broke, and then there was a buildup of like a boom boom. So here, let's see what this one is. Let's see if this one can show us something better. All right, here's another video. That one we didn't hear the explosion, we didn't see the explosion. Let's see what's going on this one. I haven't seen this one yet. Oh, whoa, okay, there we go. All right, all right, maybe I should have seen this one first. All right, so here it is. All right, so we got smoke coming out. Wow. Crazy. All right, there you go. Crazy. I love New York. I love New York. Fun. Always something exciting going on. Okay, so that was it. Also trending. What is this called? I don't know how to. Because all right, Utah bike accident is trending, but it's also trending with uncontrollable defecation, which think about that. Salt Lake City, a woman accused of fatally crashing her car into two cyclists and then driving away, claimed her irritable bowel syndrome caused the crash. This according to arresting documents. The incident occurred on this past Saturday, in Washington City, Utah. According to the police affidavit, the cyclists were brothers from California who were in Washington City competing in a race. An individual who saw the crash said the two were riding just before noon when a Hyundai Genesis swerved into the bike lane and hit them. Witnesses attempted life-saving measures at the scene, but the cyclists were unresponsive. Oh, brothers? Oh, my God. How awful is that? Like, that's like really poor family. Witnesses attempted life-saving measures at the scene, but the cyclists were unresponsive. The two were transported to St. George Regional Hospital, where they were both pronounced dead of their injuries. The brothers' identities have not been made public. All right, so now let's move into the weird part of this. Police made contact with the suspect, Julie Ann Budge, 47, who told officers that she was taking multiple medications for several various medical issues, one of which was irritable bowel syndrome. The IBS has been causing her to defecate on herself without warning, she told police. According to the probable cause statement, Budge told officers she was driving from her home in Hurricane, Utah, when she began to uncontrollably defecate all over herself and her car while driving. So she swerved. the arresting officer reported. She reportedly told police she knew she had hit two individuals, but she couldn't get her car to stop. A witness at the scene of the accident stated that it appeared that Julie did not have the intention of stopping after hitting the two cyclists. The arresting officer wrote, the witness stated he followed Julie's vehicle until she pulled over and stopped several hundred yards away from the accident. She had allegedly been admitted to the hospital the previous day and had been taking fentanyl through an IV drip. Arresting documents state that Budge failed all field sobriety tests. Quote now from the officer's report, at this time, I placed Julie under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence. Budge was transported to the hospital where a warrant was issued for a blood draw. The affidavit states she had been convicted of DUI in 2015, so she's got a history of DUI. Budge was arrested on suspicion of 2 counts of automobile homicide due to criminal negligence, both second-degree felonies, 2 counts of failure to remain at an accident involving death, both third-degree felonies, and 2 counts of DUI with serious bodily injury by negligent operation. She is also facing a Class B misdemeanor charge of reckless driving and an infraction for improper lane usage. Ooh. There you go. It's the old I was pooping myself defense. The 2 brothers are dead. I'd love to be able to go in and, just riff for a couple of minutes about her pooping herself. I mean, her name is Budge. I mean, there are fudge jokes all over that I'm thinking of, but it's not a fun story, so we'll move on. See, me 20 years ago, I'd be doing fudge jokes. Oh, I'd be playing fart sound effects. Oh, we'd be laughing. But that's not me. That's not me anymore. 2 brothers are dead. Move on. Brett Favre is trending. Why is Brett Favre trending? Brett Favre is trending because something we Bear fans have always known. He's a piece of shit. Oh, look at that. Call back to the other story. Brett Favre is trending because he's, we talked about this a while ago. Look, is Brett Favre an amazing quarterback? Yeah. Yes, he is. But, that's not all he is. He's also an insane redneck from one of the most notorious Mississippi white trash families that you have ever seen. Like, everybody in his family's in jail. Like, he's Brett Favre. He made it. Like, he's like, I'm Brett Favre. I'm a quarterback. I'm making all the... But, like, his brothers and he's got a bunch of uncles, they're all in jail for, like, really shady things. He's not... He doesn't come from good stock, is all I'm saying. And then, he was like... Remember, he was in the hot tub with the 15-year-old girls on prom night with Mark... Was it Mark Chmura? I think so. I think you guys remember that? Oh, nobody remembers that one. Oh, that was when he was still playing. Brett Favre went to a after prom party when he was like in his 30s and married with kids. And was it Mark Chmura? I don't want to say it's Mark Chmura. It might not have been him. Might have been another tight end. Anyway, it was one of his players. He and one of his players ended up going to a prom night party at a hotel and were in a hot tub, naked in a hot tub with like a bunch of 15-year-old girls. The late 90s. When nobody cared about such things. He didn't even miss a game for that. Then he did the thing where he was like, he sent the dick pics to the New York Jets sideline reporter. He's just such a sleazeball. Brett Favre is a sleazeball. So what's he getting into in retirement? Well, he's stealing $8 million in welfare money intended to go to the underprivileged in the state of Mississippi through phony companies that he's created, promising to do things. And instead, he's just pocketing the cash. Brett Favre text messages show Packers legend was involved in $8 million welfare scandal. Packers legend Brett Favre allegedly received over $8 million in funds from Mississippi officials, according to a new report in the Mississippi Today. They were able to obtain text messages from Favre showing him pressuring welfare officials to give him the money. Not people who need the money, not a bunch of single moms, not a bunch of people who could... Him. Give it to me. I'm Brett Favre. $2 million worth of the money went from Mississippi Department of Human Services to a pharmaceutical company that Brett Favre worked with in the past. Another $5 million in grant funds went towards a new volleyball stadium for the University of Southern Mississippi. Sure, I know that there's a lot of underprivileged kids that could probably use this money, but let's build a volleyball stadium with it.
I looked on.
Let's see here. Lastly, 1.1 million in welfare money was collected directly by Favre for his own personal use. Oh, classy guy. Favre and his business partner, Provocus Pharmaceuticals owner Jake Van Landingham. Oh, the Van Landinghams. The Mississippi Van Landinghams. Reportedly texted that they plan to offer the governor of Mississippi, Phil Bryant, shares in the company to influence him to divert welfare funds. This is all so shady. Hey, let's offer to bribe the governor of Mississippi for the welfare funds, and we'll just take it, and we'll spend it on 15-year-old girls in hot tubs at after prom parties. Here's a quote. Now, I guess we verbally asked the governor what the rules are to compensate him. Okay, this is his partner, Van Landingham. Van Landingham sent this text message to Brett Favre. I guess we verbally asked the governor what the rules are in order for us to compensate him. Van Landingham texted Favre in late 2018. Well, you can't compensate. And then another quote here. Worst case scenario, I give you more stock. That as an individual, you can transfer to him, he said to Favre. But let's avoid trouble at all costs. Well, trouble found you two, boys. Group texts to the governor. So now he's telling Favre. Group text the governor and tell him we want to give him shares in the pharmaceutical company, but don't want to get anyone in trouble. Favre added. Favre has previously denied any knowledge of the misuse of funds. Here's a text message Brett Favre sent. Hey, brother, we owe $1.1 million on a volleyball court. Any chance you and Nancy can help? Brett Favre texted Mississippi's welfare director. You and Nancy stuck your neck out for me, and that's going to turn out very good. It did not turn out very good. It did not. It's all blowing back in your face now. So that's a direct text that Brett Favre sent to the director of the Mississippi Welfare Fund saying, hey, I promised the University of Mississippi that I'd build them a volleyball court. Any chance you can just take it out of the welfare fund? I mean, fuck poor people, right? I mean, am I right? We're rich people. Come on. He's a piece of shit. Brett Favre is a piece of shit. Go ahead. Hero worship him all you want. He's a piece of shit. He's always been a piece of shit. Incredible football player. Don't get me wrong. Watching Brett Favre, he broke my heart. Mad respect for him, though. I'm like, you can't take it away from him. I mean, he's great. Brett Favre is the only Packers quarterback who could make Aaron Rodgers look like a good dude. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a douchebag. Aaron Rodgers is just an arrogant douchebag, but he's not like a criminal. He's not like a criminal from like this awful, legendary, terrible Mississippi family. Let's find out Brett Favre's brothers. He's like, everybody's got DUIs and like vehicular manslaughter charges and illegal gun possession. This is like everybody in his crazy family. Allegedly. Allegedly. None of this is true. I don't know because I can't Google fast enough, but it's just, I've heard things. I've heard things. There's been a lot of sketchy stuff about him. Maybe they're not true. Why are you so worried? Do you think Brett Favre is watching this stream? I don't know. It's a good chance that he's not, but I'm just saying. All right, so that's why Brett Favre is trending today. What else do we got here? Fortune put out their 100 best companies to work for. Anybody interested in that? 100 best companies in America to work for right now. Who you want to work for? You want to work for one of the 100 best companies? Well, here you go. Here's the top 10. Capital One Financial is 10. David Weekley Homes is 9. American Express is 8. Rocket Companies is 7. Accenture is 6. NVIDIA is 5. Salesforce is 4. Wegmans Food Markets is 3. Hilton is number 2, and the number 1 company in America to work for right now, according to Fortune and their new 100 best places to work list for 2022, Cisco Systems. Cisco Systems. There you go. Warner Brothers Discovery is trending side by side. Warner Brothers and Discovery have merged. Warner Brothers Media, Warner Brothers, everything that Warner Brothers owns, and Discovery have merged, and there's a belief that they are going to come together and create what some people are saying is the only true rival to Netflix. That's right. That's going to be another like $12 a month out of your pocket, because at some point you go, I am not buying anymore. And then suddenly they'll put a show on, you'll be like, oh, I kind of want to see that. Warner Brothers and Discovery have in their vaults, they have like access to just so much stuff. Well, here, I'll read you the story. Warner Brothers and Discovery is built for the streaming wars. If it can shed legacy baggage. So, I mean, like Warner Brothers is like, it already has like HBO Max and, a couple other things. But here, let's see what they got. I don't know. If you ever want to binge watch Hogan's Heroes from 1960s, maybe this is the platform for you. They are simultaneously a Netflix competitor and an old media behemoth, which is a very difficult tightrope to walk, one industry expert says. Much has been said about the immense content vault Warner Brothers Discovery now houses and the advantage it gives the newly merged company in the streaming wars, specifically in the competition with Netflix and Disney. But I have Disney. I have Disney in like a bundle with my Hulu. I never watch Disney. There's nothing on Disney that I want to. I guess did Disney have that Beatles thing? I watched that, but everything else is like, I don't want to watch West Side Story. I don't want to watch. There's nothing interesting on Disney. Okay, maybe there's some Marvel stuff, right? And then where all the Marvel stuff is. The Star Wars stuff. But I always forget to look at my Disney Plus. And I got it. I got it through my Hulu. I got like a bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus or whatever it is, I watch all the time. That's very handy. I like that. Excuse me. Much has been said about the immense content vault, blah, blah, blah. Industry watchers have been salivating for months over the potential of marrying Warner Media's HBO and HBO Max with Discovery streamers Discovery Plus into a powerhouse entity that can compete with frontrunner Netflix and Disney Plus in the streaming wars. The $46 billion merger puts the company in striking distance of its rivals, with a combined 96 million worldwide subscribers for HBO, HBO Max, and Discovery's direct-to-consumer video services. Now, there you go. Anyway, be prepared. Next couple of months, there'll be a new platform that we have to get. We're all going to be getting it. I already got HBO Max. I already have access to that. I have access to that through my phone. A lot of these platforms, they're just because every company owns every company. I have access to a lot of them, and I don't even know it. And like HBO Max. Actually, I have two routes into HBO Max. One is legit, and the other one is, can I borrow your password? That kind of thing. But whatever. I'm using the legit one. So that's why Warner Brothers and Discovery is trending. Oh, God. Jesus. We got to do this now. We got to do this now. This show does not do politics. This is not politics. This is just a very interesting... Herschel Walker is trending. Herschel Walker didn't show up for he's running for senator in Georgia. He's like basically retarded. He has, oh God. So he didn't show up for his debate. So, all of everybody running for senator in Georgia have a debate. And everybody's been like, let's get Herschel on a debate stage. Let's get him on a debate stage with a bunch of lawyers. Let's see how they carve him. And he didn't show. Of course he didn't show. There is nothing. He's not. But here's the thing. Nobody is voting for Herschel Walker because they think that he's going to be a good senator. Anybody voting for Herschel Walker is voting for Herschel Walker to own the libs. That's it. That's the extent of the whole thing. He's just going to be a tool, right? Like other people are just going to tell him what to do, and then he's going to be like, okay, I'll do that. He's not. He's so stupid. He is so stupid. They thought he was. They thought. I've said this before. When he was a child, they thought he was retarded. They thought he didn't have everything there because he couldn't read. Oh god. Oh, so the reason he's trending is not only because he no-showed his debate, but there's a story just about how he's just lying. Like he's getting up in front of crowds of people and lying. And not lying about things that are like, oh, let's double check that. Let's make sure that's we're gonna have to do some research. Let's get a team to go look back into the archives and let's double check that. Let's fact check that because we're not sure that's no. He's not lying about stuff like that. He's lying about shit like I'm 7 foot tall in the 7th grade. Like really stupid, obvious lies. Herschel Walker, what this is about? Herschel Walker is going on the stump saying, I was valedictorian of my high school class, which everybody can check. That is an easy thing to check. His fun fact, Herschel Walker's high school refused to comment on what Herschel Walker is saying. But they did say, we didn't start awarding valedictorians until 1992. So there wasn't even a Victoria. And also, he barely graduated. That's one of his teachers is like, yeah, he barely graduated. We had to but he's going around saying, I was valedictorian in my class. And then he follows that up with, and I was also graduated in the 1 percentile of my class and at Georgia. And people are like, dude, you didn't even, people were alive when you came out of college. You didn't graduate from college, Herschel. Why are you going in this thing? I was valedictorian in my class, and I was graduated in the top 1% of Georgia, and I did it through hard work. You didn't graduate, Herschel. You didn't graduate from college. And George is like, yeah, he didn't graduate. I don't know why he's saying why he didn't graduate. In the 1%, I graduated. No. So he's trending because people are like, how is he's just lying. When I went to the moon on Apollo 11, I mean, he's basically just saying shit. And again, it's not like he's making these political arguments that people are like, that doesn't sound right. We should check that out. No, he's saying shit that is just obviously lies. And his slack-jawed morons in the crowd are going, oh, the libs! Oh, the libs! It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Herschel, again, people thought Herschel Walker was retarded. And now he's like, I graduated valedictorian. We didn't have valedictorian when he went to high school here. And he barely graduated. We just pushed him through because he was really good at football. I graduated college in the top 1% of my class. Yeah, you didn't graduate college, Herschel. Who told you this? You did not graduate. You did not graduate from college, Herschel Walker. So, I mean, what is this? What? And then there's a bunch of videos of him saying really dumb stuff. Like he went on Fox News and they asked him, I'm not going to show it to you because, I mean, why? At this point, you don't pick on the handicapped kid on the playground. And this is, God. He went on and they asked him about something that has to do with the guy he's running against. And he claimed, oh, fudge. All right, we'll show it. He just made something up. Like, no, I'm not going to show it. We're not going to get into it. We're moving on. It's just Herschel Walker didn't graduate from college. And yet he's just showing up in front of these crowds and talking about how through hard work he was able to graduate in the top 1% of his class when he didn't graduate. And he also said he was valedictorian of his high school when no, they didn't even have a valedictorian. And teachers are now coming forward going, he was really dumb. Like we kind of just pushed him through. But that's where we are, man. That's where we are. I mean, what is the left going to do? Is the left gonna start running fucking ouch, that's my balls guys, right? I mean, hey, he's famous for taking nut shots on YouTube. Let's make him the Secretary of Defense. What are we doing? What are we doing? Herschel Walker, embarrassing. Oh, Lizzo is trending. I hate with the politics. I hate with it. But this is infuriating. This is absolutely infuriating. Has anyone suggested he just read? Has anyone suggested Walker read his own Wikipedia page? I don't know. What does his Wikipedia page say? Is there a bunch of lies on his Wikipedia page? Wait until you hear about the vice president. What am I going to hear about the vice president? She's got a law degree. She was a working prosecutor. Wait, you can't possibly be that broken that you think that Herschel Walker intellectually is on the same page. You may not like the vice president. I can understand that. You might be on a different political sphere, but to say that she is like, see, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because you can't have an honest conversation with people about how fucking Herschel Walker is not qualified for anything without people going crazy. Jesus. Hey, Lizzo is trending. Let's talk about Lizzo. God damn it. Show's over. Show's ruined. This is why we don't do politics here. Ooh, God. All right. Hey, where's Adam Reyna? Because I need Adam Reyna. She's dumb. It's not with getting angry. We agree. She's dumb. She's dumb. You're saying that Kamala Harris is dumb. I don't know, dude. I bet she got better grades than both you and me. And she was a prosecutor. I couldn't be she's not dumb. Again, dude, you can dislike her. You can think that her ideology is broken. I do too in some regard. No, dude, you can say that she's manipulative. You can call her a political animal, but she's not dumb. Herschel Walker is dumb, dude. Oh, God. Ah! The political system in this country is broken. You know who might be dumb? AOC might be dumb. I might give you that. Aliana Algalagala, she might be dumb. These people who I don't know where the fuck they came from, you want to talk to me about that, that's fine. But Kamala Harris is not dumb. She's not dumb. She might be a bad person. She might be a political animal. She might be what? She's not dumb. We're talking about Herschel Walker. Stop it. No credibility. But hey, I'm gonna get him back here. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back, Will, because we're gonna talk about Lizzo. Here we go. I didn't even know who Lizzo was until James Parker brought her to my attention. So she's trending because she did this on Instagram. And I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you what she did. It's all we're gonna do. We're just here we go. Where? Oh, wait, let me back it up. I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy it. This is why Lizzo is trending. Here we go. Hold on. All right. Is it sharing? Okay. All right, you guys, enjoy this. This is why she's trending. I will have no comment on this. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's where we are. Yeah. This is where we are in America today, folks. Just gonna leave it up there. Just watch, take it in a couple more times. No comment necessary. That's why Lizzo is trending. Yeah, I'll leave the comments up to Byron. I'll leave it up to. There you go. That's Lizzo. She's a superstar, and that's why she's trending. Let's see here. There was by the way, I'd like to thank Will. I feel great now. I got all of that out. There were all kinds of things that were bothering me about other shit, like the neighbors did something that really pissed me off yesterday. But hey, and I was really keeping it together and all that. And then I was just afforded an opportunity to scream and vent. And I thank you for that. Alaska, they said they saw a UFO. But really, here, I'll show you this to you too. This is a bizarre. I don't even know what this is. They go to UFO that crashed in Alaska. I'm like, okay, all right. I don't know. Maybe. Here you go. This was caught. A bunch of people saw this, and now they got like the Air Force looking into it. Boom! There you go. It's UFO crashing. That's it's could be a million other things, but we're gonna run with it's a UFO that's crashing. So that's why Alaska UFO is trending. People are normal people are like, it could just be like cloud formations, could probably be maybe a meteor, or it could be, could be any number of things. But yeah, it's a UFO. Although, check this out, you guys. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Check this out. This is crazy. Look at that close up. What is that? What is the What is that? That looks like a sea monster from space, doesn't it? What is going on with that? What is that? This is from far away. It's okay. But doesn't this look like the start of a horror movie? Like this thing falls from the sky and it's now going to rise up and eat Alaska. What is that? It looks like a squid. Or maybe it's just like vapors. Maybe it's just smoke, I don't know. Could be anything. Could be okay. There you go. So that's why Alaska UFO is trending. Alaska. Could be hot air balloon. I don't know. Could be, but we're running with UFO because that's what we do. We jump clickbait. We jump to the most. So UFO Alaska is trending. Kim K Superstar is trending. Now what? Pugs? What? We just saw the Lizzo thing. Okay. So here's my question. Kim K Superstar, that was Kim Kardashian's adult video, her sex tape, I guess. Right? Sex tape is what we call it. Her sex tape that came out. Why? It's a porn video. No, it's a sex tape. No, she did a porn video. No, sex tape. It's how we distinguish between people who aren't actual porn stars. Porn stars get paid to have sex, and then we watch it, right? Yeah. That's what that was. She got paid like $20 million for that. So no, it's different. Still just a sex tape. No, it's porn tape. All right. So Kim K Superstar is the name of Kim Kardashian's sex tape. And it's being revealed now that Ray J, the guy who's in it with her, she was 22 too. This goes all the way back. This was like they were on vacation in Mexico, like back in 2002. And Ray J apparently shopped it. Like he was the dude that took it. Some like famous sex tape dude. How do you get that job, right? Does it say that on his business card? Sex tape dude. He had a meeting at a cheesecake factory, no less, with Ray J shortly after the video was made. And he said that he was there on behalf of him and Kim because they wanted to get famous, because it was after Paris Hilton had put hers out and Kim Kardashian was just Paris Hilton's stylist. And Kim wanted to be bigger than Paris Hilton. And she did. She made it. Hey, a girl's got to have a dream. And so it was always said that like Kim Kardashian was victimized. But she did end up making like crap tons of money. $20 million is what this guy said that she probably ended up making for it. And she also, it was finally put out by Vivid. I want to say Vivid Entertainment. And it's like their biggest and best selling tape of all time. And after Vivid released the tape, Kim Kardashian sued Vivid for, you can't put this out. You can't put this out. And all the headlines said, Kim K hurt. Kim K is suing Vivid. This must stop. And then nobody noticed, but quietly she dropped the case. She dropped the case like just after she got the headlines about how upset she was. And this guy is going, yeah, that was all just performative. She made a deal with Vivid. They put it out and she said, okay, but I'm going to sue you, but don't worry, I'm going to drop it. Like, I'm just going to quietly drop the case, but I need the headlines that say that I'm really upset about this. So there you go. There you go. Kim K Superstar is trending because this new guy sat down. What magazine was this? Porn broker Kevin Blatt claims raunchy sex scenes. Oh yeah. He also says like, there's a lot worse stuff on that tape that we never saw. Like she did some things. All right, so we just watched that Lizzo thing. I remember when Kim K like first became really famous, before I was close friends with her. I used to think like, no, maybe it was J-Lo, right? Because isn't part of the attraction that people have with Kim K is that she's got a big fat butt, right? And wasn't J-Lo the first one with like a big? And I remember I was always real. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I it's not disgusting. But I mean, like, I was raised in an era where, like, a good woman's butt in a pair of jeans wasn't like big, fat, and fat. I mean it lovingly. You know what I'm saying? It's just I remember my generation. We were more interested in a smaller, more fit butt, and then all of a sudden, somewhere around the late 90s, everything went to big, giant, fat butts. And now we got Lizzo walking around in that video that I just shared with you. And I guess some people find she thinks it's sexy. Somebody is telling her that that's sexy. I don't know what happened. So anyway, Kim K's also of the big butt, of the mega posterior. She's trending because people are talking now about how she marketed that tape, and yeah, she made $20 million off of it. Okay, Nazi salute. Here's a fun one. A Nazi salute. And this isn't like one of those, you know, those dudes like you'll see, look at these firemen in West Virginia doing a whatever Nazi hand signals. What? This isn't stupid like this. This is a legit Nazi salute. This is like a dude legit. So it took place in, I'm a big F1 fan. All right. So this took place in the lower echelons of karting of F. This is like not even F3. It's like before you get into F3. But it's a Russian dude. Russian Carter faces FIA Carter. Not like his name Carter, but Carter, like kart racing. Russian Carter faces FIA investigation over alleged Nazi salute. This comes out of motorsports.com. And when I read that headline, I'm like, oh, it's going to be another one of these just stupid. Just leave them alone. That could have been anything. It's not this one's real. No, this one is legit. So I think he won the race because he's on the podium. And he's up there on the podium and the camera's on him. And he just does it. Like what do you mean alleged? It's like investigating his alleged not. Let's take a look at it. Let's watch this guy. Oh, and also he's already sketched because he's a Russian dude. He's a Russian Carter racer. And FIA has banned all Russian drivers because of the Ukraine thing. So he got like some sketchy Italian driving license for this. So not like driving license like you and I have, but he's being backed by like, he's claiming he lives in Italy now is basically it, but he's a Russian kid. He's so here, let's watch this. You tell me, is this an alleged salute or did he really do this? Hold on, Nate. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. It says Artem Servilikin incident. The best things in life aren't free. You currently have ad blocker installed. Please add us to your ad blockers whitelist. I don't want to do that, do I? Yeah, no, never mind. I don't want to do that. All right, so let me just see something here. We'll find it. It's probably on YouTube, right? I don't know. It wasn't blocked on my other thing. All right, here, we'll try it this way. Hold on. Maybe it's okay. All right. What is this one? Let's see if this. Hold on. Bear with me, folks. I'm sorry. Let's see if. I really wanted to see the whole video because it's crazy. He does something really weird. Oh no, is there a video? Here we go. Yeah, here we go. All right, I found it. All right, this is good. Didn't even have to add anything or move anything from ad blocker. Here we go. Watch this. Okay. Okay, so this is him right here. All right, we're showing it. Yeah, it looks like he won. Okay, let me get rid of that. Nope, no, we'll get rid of that. Here we go. Okay, so this is him right here. He's in first place. Okay, so I don't know. Is this a Nazi salute? Look at him. He thinks it's awesome. I'm a Nazi. I don't know. I mean, that looks pretty clear cut to me. And he also seems like he knows he's in trouble. Look at him. I'm evil. Let's try it again. There you go. So that's the world we're living in now. People aren't even afraid to be Nazis. People are like, Nazis. Totally cool with it. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not digging this world. I'm not digging this world lately. Where I used to be, I don't know, call me crazy. I come from this bygone era called the 80s where Nazis were bad. And now apparently people are very comfortable being Nazis again. How did that happen? What happened in the last few years that might have changed that? I don't know. Let's see here. Why is this? Hold on. David Mamet is trending. David Mamet is trending because he gave an interview to Wall Street Journal. He did a big sit down with David Mamet. First of all, please don't even start with me on this. I love David Mamet. There might be a draft coming. I'm just saying. Let's get into it. So David Mamet, playwright, film director, screenwriter, brilliant. Oh, nobody does words. Ain't nobody put words together like David Mamet. I'm telling you, I just love him. David Mamet sat down with the Wall Street Journal, and they're like, so how has this new woke culture affected you in the way that you write? And he's like, not at all. I'm friggin' David Mamet. If I'm going to write, if one of my characters is a racist, he's going to be a racist. I'm not going to clean it up because I'm afraid if one of my characters doesn't like gay people, he ain't going to like. So, David Mamet is a realism auteur. I mean, that's why he's so great, because he creates these characters that were like, yeah, man, I know that dude. I used to work with a guy like that. That is totally, he is fantastic. So he's trending because he's both being applauded and he needs to change with the times, old man. Why don't you cancel David Mamet? Because he says he doesn't have a problem with some of his old character. Whatever. He's David. Go ahead. You try and cancel David Mamet. The dude has already peaked. He's done all of his David Mamet draft. Oh, you better believe it. You better believe we're doing a David Mamet draft with the first pick in the David Mamet Genius draft. The Pugs Moran High Noon Show will be selecting Glengarry Glen Ross. Coffee is for closers. First prize, Cadillac Eldorado and the Boca Vista leads. Second prize, steak knives. Put the coffee down. God, come on, Glengarry Glen Ross with the second pick in the David Mamet draft. The High Noon Show selects Sexual Perversity in Chicago, a.k.a. renamed for the film version About Last Night. David Mamet. In the third round of the David Mamet draft, the Pugs and Company, and that's really just me. I don't really have any company. Well, you guys are my company. Okay, Pugs and Company. High Noon Show selects in the third round of the David Mamet draft, The Untouchables. They send one of ours to the hospital. We send two of theirs to the morgue. Come on, Untouchables. In the David Mamet draft, the High Noon Show selects Wag the Dog. Albania? Do we know anybody from Albania? I think the Belushis are Albanian. Wag the Dog with the fourth pick. With the fifth pick in the David Mamet draft, High Noon selects It's going to take a second here. Because again, I'm going wild. I'm going deep into my scouting on this one. Have you guys ever seen The Spanish Prisoner? First of all, The Spanish Prisoner. The Spanish Prisoner. It's not about a Spanish prisoner, okay? It's not like, oh, what are you describing a movie about a Spanish guy in jail and it's probably going to be dark and depressing? No, Spanish Prisoner is, in my opinion, Steve Martin's greatest film. If you've never seen The Spanish Prisoner, oh my God. Steve Martin is so good. Spanish Prisoner. There you go. The David Mamet draft. Glengarry Glen Ross in the first round. Sexual Perversity in Chicago, a.k.a. About Last Night in the second round. The Untouchables in the third round. Wag the Dog in the fourth round. And The Spanish Prisoner in the fifth round. Free agent pickups. Oh, we're going to do some free agent pickups. We're going to invite a lot of undrafted David Mamet properties to our training camp. We're going to let in House of Games free agent pickup. The Verdict. Oh my God, Paul Newman's great. The Verdict. We're going to allow them in as a free agent pickup. How about the Postman Always Rings Twice? Jack Nicholson, Jessica Lange. Whoa, they can come to camp. That's right, free agent pickup. And Hoffa. I love Hoffa. I love Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson and Hoffa. Mamet likes Nicholson. They worked with. There you go. That's the David Mamet draft. And David Mamet is trending because he go ahead. Go ahead, try and cancel me. I'm just going to keep writing characters and I'm just going to keep whatever. You're going to try and cancel art? Because really, that's where we are now. Art is not supposed to be comfortable. Great art is supposed to make you think. It's supposed to make you question things. It's supposed to make you feel uneasy at times. It's also supposed to comfort you in your darkest hours. But art is not supposed to be woke. And David Mamet is saying, yeah, screw that, man. I'm just going to keep writing and creating bastards. That's kind of what I do. Even people who despise Alec Baldwin admit that his character in Glengarry Glen Ross is amazing. It's amazing. All right, there you go. And lastly, there was a stabbing at a Boston construction site. Stabbing was trending. Stabbing at a Boston construction site, and they stabbed like two people, and then some dude who's a construction worker who knows jujitsu beat everybody up. And the police came, and everybody's fine now. So there you go. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's look and see what has begun trending since we started doing this. Let's see what else we have. Man, we had a lot today. We had a whole lot today. Oh man, Herschel Walker is still trending. Don't even get me started. You're a moron if you just defend him because of some political affiliation. Just stop it. Support somebody else. There was like 6 other Republicans on stage with Herschel Walker that he didn't show up for. Well, he wasn't on stage. It's not like it's just him or the Democrat. Oh, Jesus. Support another conservative Republican running in Georgia. Stop pretending like Herschel Walker. All right. Tony Dungy is trending. Oh, they're trying to cancel Tony Dungy because Tony Dungy apparently showed up on stage with Ron DeSantis. And, Tony Dungy sucks. No, he doesn't. Tony Dungy seems like a truly wonderful man. Politics aside, who cares? Tony Dungy doesn't all of a sudden suck. All right. Pulte Homes. Why is Pulte Homes trending? Pulte Homes, by the way, was it made the list of the 100 greatest companies. I only gave us the top 10, but Pulte Homes made the list. And now it looks like, why is it trending? Someone sent me an original newspaper from... Oh, this is why. Okay. So I follow this guy, Bill Pulte. Bill Pulte on Twitter. He's like the guy who owns Pulte Homes. He's awesome. He seems like such a decent human being. And that's why I can see why Pulte Homes made the list of the 100 greatest places to work for in America. He's a good follow, is all I'm saying. But he's got his business trending. He's got his business trending because he's a good dude. It says, someone sent me an original newspaper from 1950 on my grandpa, who started the company. Two things. One, this was the beginning of Pulte Homes, and two, they called him William J. Pulte III, which is funny because he's a guy who owns a home company. Why am I trying? Because I'm telling you, he does. He's really nice. Like he supports all these great. I don't even know. Like, how would I even know to like follow him or to on Twitter? It was because other people were like forwarding like these incredibly benevolent acts of kindness that he's been doing. And I'm like, that dude gets a follow. So he's got his company trending today right now because of something. David Mamet is still trending. Oh, here's one. Here's one that I wanted to talk about, but how is it? How did I skip over this? Lord Pickles is trending. Lord Pickles. Lord Pickles apologizes for getting the number of people who died in the Grenfell Tower fire wrong. Okay, so Lord Pickles is a legit dude. He's a British politician, and his name is Lord Pickles. Doesn't that sound like one of the eliminated McDonald Land characters? Like you got the Hamburglar, you got Grimace, you got Lord Pickles, right? Doesn't that seem like he's a legit guy? He's a member of the House of Lords. He's like the Baron of Pickles. They're crazy. England is crazy. Here, and I'll show them to you, because here's the other thing that I loved about Lord Pickles. Lord Pickles actually looks like somebody whose name would be Lord Pickles. Lord, there he is. Oh, of course. You go Lord with P, and Pickles is the second one that comes up. All right, this is Lord Pickles. Here. I mean, he's trending because he screwed up on British TV today. But let's be honest, he's trending because people think it's hysterical that his name is Lord Pickles. There he goes. Look at him. That's Lord Pickles, the McDonald Land character. Look at this guy's probably filthy rich. Probably been involved in all kinds of awful things. Lord Pickles. And I'm happy that Lord Pickles is a big fat guy. Look at him. Oh my God. Look at him. What's going on with him? He's got like a tiny little mouth. Lord Pickles. Look at him, Lord Pickles. Lord Pickles is upset, sire. I don't know who that is. That's Lord Onions. Look at him. Oh, he's got his cool little thing around his neck. I am Lord Pickles. All right, so that's a real guy. And then there's no other reason for him to be trending other than Lord Pickles is a real guy. Okay, so Lakers have made it official now. Frank Vogel is out as head coach of the Lakers. The Lakers are eyeing recent NBA champion coach Nick Nurse. That's about okay. We'll find that out. All right. Apparently, they're making a movie about spirit Halloween stores, which I might see. I mean, I saw the McDonald's movie about the Masters. Spirit Halloween stores is brilliant. It is brilliant. It's like they're like a chain. You know what Spirit Halloween store? They're the stores that only exist for like 3 weeks a year, but they exist everywhere. Like they're like a company, and they're only open for business over Halloween, but they've got like 50,000 locations around the. It's a very interesting business model that Spirit Halloween stores has going on. That's so they're making a movie, and Christopher Lloyd is set to star as I don't know, I guess the guy who invented the idea. So that's cool. That's cool. No. Learners, Kushner is still trending. Herschel Walker is still trending. Hey, why is David Lynch trending? David Lynch is trending. We're not going to do a David Lynch draft, and I'll tell you why. David Lynch is not my favorite David. We've already gone through David Mamet. We already know that that's great. David Lynch, I think, is overrated. I love Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is great. That's TV though. And I love Blue Velvet, the movie Blue Velvet. That's it. There's really nothing else that David Lynch has ever done where I've gone, oh, that's good. I mean, it's more like everything I've seen of David Lynch, I go, this is needlessly stupid. This is needlessly confusing and, yeah, just weird for weird's sake. And the only people who like it are weird people, so I'm out of it. A secret film directed by David Lynch will premiere at Cannes Film Festival. The film stars Laura Dern, either as a cameo or in a supporting role, along with some other Lynch regulars. And this film's going to be terrible. You just know it's going to be terrible. It's going to be just a dumb David Lynch movie. It's filmed upside down, and you have to watch the whole thing. It's upside down, and you think that it's the film that's upside down, but really it's you. It's you who is seeing everything upside down. As the Cannes Film Festival will announce its official selection on Thursday, Variety is reporting. Variety is starting to get a slightly clearer picture of what the 75th edition will look like, though fewer titles than usual have leaked, led by Cannes Artistic Director and General Delegate Thierry Froment. The selection committee has been flooded with late submissions and is now in the thick of deliberations. Most surprisingly, according to two well-informed sources, there will even be a David Lynch feature film, which has been completely off the radar in stores. It's been off the radar because nobody cares anymore. Really? You know what I mean? Okay. I suppose that on some level, he's a famous director. He would be on the radar, but it wouldn't be that hard to keep a David Lynch film off the radar. Nobody ever sees David Lynch movies. He's never made a box. He's not Spielberg, for crying out loud. He's never made anything that people actually went and saw. David Lynch makes movies that people discover on video cassettes. There's never been a line to get into a David Lynch movie at a theater, is what I'm trying to say. His biggest hit is Twin Peaks. That's it. And that was a phenomenon for a couple of weeks. And that series only ran for like a year or two. Stop it. Most surprisingly, according to two well-informed sources, there will even be a David Lynch feature film, which has been completely off the radar and stars Laura Dern. We also know the sun-dappled celebration in Cannes will land several high-profile films from U.S. studios. I don't care. Oh, Paramount's Top Gun Maverick. Yeah. Now that's no. David Lynch directing a Top Gun sequel would ruin it. You know how hard it would be to. Do you know how bad Top Gun Maverick is gonna have to be for it to not be just balls out awesome? It's just you can't. Yeah, David Lynch could do it. David Lynch could ruin a Top Gun sequel. I can't wait to see Top Gun. Can't wait. Can't wait. Me and my kid love Top Gun. I love the original Top Gun. He loves the original Top Gun. I made him watch it when he was little. We're totally like into it. We send each other, like every time a new trailer for the new Top Gun movie comes out, we send them the trailer. Oh, we send each other the trailer. Totally into it. That's a stupid movie. You're a stupid person. I can't wait to see Top Gun Maverick. Pete Mitchell. We already know the son of, let's see, U.S. studios such as Joseph Kosinski's Paramount movie, Top Gun Maverick, with a special homage to Tom Cruise. And Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. See, here's my problem. Have you guys seen this? So Baz Luhrmann is another one who sucks. I hate Baz Luhrmann. Oh my God. He's an Australian film director. He's a genius. He does musicals. So you're really upset that the Elvis movie, the highly anticipated Elvis movie directed by Baz Luhrmann, is going to be a musical? It is Elvis. I don't think it needs to be a musical. I would like to see a real Elvis movie to go with the 50 or so other Elvis movies that I've ever seen. Elvis, you will never do a better Elvis. Two guys nailed Elvis. Are you ready? Are you ready for the two guys who nailed Elvis? Kurt Russell, Don Johnson. That's it. End it. Kurt Russell and Don Johnson are the two people who have played Elvis in movies that I've already seen, and they nailed the essence. Don Johnson's Elvis is hysterical, whereas Kurt Russell's Elvis is just really good. Like, Kurt Russell's Elvis is really good. Don Johnson's Elvis is hysterical. Don Johnson didn't even try to do an Elvis voice. Don Johnson was just like Sonny Crockett from Miami Vice dressed in an Elvis wig. It was crazy, but it's good. It's good. Don Johnson starred in Elvis and the Beauty Queen, about his relationship with the beauty pageant girl that he started dating after Priscilla. And Kurt Russell, it was a miniseries, Elvis. where Kurt Russell played Elvis throughout his entire career, and he's good. So if you really want to see a really good portrayal of Elvis, you go see the Kurt Russell. If you really want to see a hysterical Elvis, oh man, Elvis and the Beauty Queen, Google it right now. I'm sure it's available on YouTube. It's not a terrible movie, but Don Johnson, because we know it's Don Johnson playing Elvis, is hysterical. I don't want to see Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. I mean, I kind of do because Tom Hanks is playing Colonel Tom Parker, and that's intriguing to me, but I don't know. Let's see here. Al says, how are they going to integrate Val Kilmer into the movie? Is he going to be voiced over by his son like the documentary? No, Al. We do not get to see Al. Val Kilmer is not in the new Top Gun Maverick movie. However, the entire reason that Pete Maverick Mitchell is brought back, because he's a rogue, he can't be trusted, he's off the grid, he's not supposed to be back in the Navy, he has fallen afoul of Navy regulations, but they bring him back to teach this new crew of young Top Gun pilots how to be a Top Gun pilot. And the reason they bring him back is because Admiral Iceman said that Maverick was the best pilot. And that's all. That's all we see of Val Kilmer. We see a picture. I think it's John Hamm who plays the guy who brings Maverick back. And he's like, I didn't want to hire you because, you're a loose cannon. But Admiral Iceman says you're the best. And then the camera shows a picture of Val Kilmer in like an Admiral outfit. So, that's how they're handling the whole Iceman thing. Which is cool because that's a sad situation that's going on there with Iceman. With the Iceman. Byron says, the story is too unbelievable. No way Tom Cruise could reach the controls in a jet. Well, that's funny, Byron, but you do realize that fighter pilots are tiny guys. They're little tiny guys. Those cockpits are little tinies. They're, so work on that joke and then bring it back to the nighttime edition, okay? I'm certain you're going to have something that's going to make me smile, but this one doesn't factually work. Fighter pilots are tiny. Bill Folk says, no love for Lost Highway. Man, okay, so we're talking David Lynch. Nicolas Cage's portrayal in Lost Highway. No, that's Wild at Heart. Yeah, no love for Lost Highway. Isn't Lost Highway the one with Robert Blake? Yeah, no love for that. No. Wild at Heart is the one that I come back to and go, man, speaking of Elvis, Nicolas Cage basically does Wild at Heart as Elvis. He's like, man, like he talks like that and he wears like jumpsuits and stuff, but I don't think he's ever supposed to be Elvis. I don't know. I'd have to watch it again. Wild at Heart. Oh man, you know what? I might add Wild at Heart to my Blue Velvet and Twin Peaks as being the only things that I can stomach from David Lynch. Because Wild at Heart is funny. It's crazy good. Let's see here. Let's see, what does Jeff say? Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to. Jeff Glenn says, my favorite David Lindley. I don't know who that is. I should know who that is. Who is David Lindley? I don't know. Am I going to Google search David Lindley and then laugh and be like, oh, that dude? Probably. Leslie says Spirit is owned by Spencer's Gifts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know the corporate, makeup of it, but they're making a movie. So obviously somebody had the idea, and it's a brilliant idea. It is a brilliant idea. You don't have to worry about all of that like year-round inventory being stored in brick and mortar locations. You open up for like a month, a year, and you get bargain. You are basically a parasite on the urban decay of America. You just go in and you take over shit. You can get a low ball price because, half price books went out of business 6 months ago and nobody's moving in. And so, Spirit Halloween goes, we'll take it for a month. How much you charge us? I don't know. It's just brilliant. So I might be interested in that movie. I mean, it sounds silly, Hey, you want to go see the movie about Spirit Halloween? That's, you know what I mean? That's how do you sell that? I don't know. But I don't know. I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I'm interested in that. That's an idea, man. I fancy myself an idea, man. I fancy myself someone who goes, that's interesting. Tell me more. I think that's a good one. The Spirit Halloween. Again, if you don't know what Spirit Halloween stores are, there's those stores, they're Halloween, they sell Halloween costumes. They're only around for a month and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. They pop up everywhere. You got to close down Target? No, Targets don't close. Got to close down Kmart? We were talking about Kmart earlier. Boom. For 1 month, it's going to be a Spirit Halloween store. Half price books. Boom. It's going to be a Spirit Halloween store. I don't know. Anything like that. Any big giant place. Byron says, I know pilots are small, but crews would still need to be on their lap. Probably. He's a little guy. I don't care though. I don't care. Would you? All right, Byron. Here's the question. Tom Cruise is like 60. He's like an old guy now. I don't care if he's 4'10", and he very well may be. But I don't care. I would trade 6 foot of this garbage for, to look like Tom Cruise. Just saying. He may not be tall. It's like, who are we? Like me making fun of Tom Cruise's height. It's like, oh my God, is that pathetic? It's like, yeah, still 99.9999999% of every female who has ever lived would go, yeah, he's the size of like a thumb. But have you seen him? You're 6 foot tall and built like a real normal man, but you are gross. He's little 4'5" Tom Cruise. I'm going with little 4'5" Tom. I'd trade. But isn't that what we got to do, Byron? We have to make fun of him. We have to kind of bring him down. We have to kind of, because he just seems to have everything. Did you know that Tom Cruise was a standout wrestler in high school? He was in Ohio. He was like a really good wrestler. So he also has that going for him, which I don't like, but whatever. Who's complaining? All right, guys, that's it. We got nothing else. Oh, I got some bad news for y'all. Got some bad news. No show Wednesday. I know. There'll be a pillow talk show though. We'll do a pillow talk show. I have a very important I am having a lump removed. No, I'm not. But I have a situation that has to take place at 11:30 in the morning, and I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, so I'm not going to be able to do a show on Wednesday. Just Wednesday, just one day. I'm allowed to have a day off. I'm allowed to have a day off for an appointment that I must make, that I have to go to. Yeah. Can't miss court. No, I'm kidding. It's not court or anything like that. But it's at 11:30 on Wednesday. So, and then I was like, oh, maybe I could do it. I might could be able to do. Oh, see, you know what? Let's just keep it fluid, because maybe I could do it like at 2:30 or something. Maybe I'll get home. If I get back at like a normal decent hour, then yeah, I'll do something on Wednesday. But as of right now, the way I'm looking at the schedule, you're not looking at a schedule. I know, but it's just a figure of speech. Stop busting balls, schizophrenic me. What is your end game here? You live inside me. There will be a Pillow Talk show, absolutely, on Wednesday. All right, and we'll see you tonight for Pillow Talk. I'm going to try and get Kelly on again tonight. She promised 2 weeks ago that she would do Mondays, and then last Monday she was like, I'm sick, which is fine. That's fine. So I'll see if she wants to come on again tonight. So maybe Kelly will be with James and me. But that'll happen tonight. Tonight at like what? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Now let's see if my Spotify works. Oh, you guys, I didn't tell you about the thing that happened over the weekend. Oh my God, on Saturdays. Like this happens all the time. So before we went to Topgolf on Saturday, I was getting in the shower to take a shower. I'd gone for a nice run. Oh my God, was I living my best life. My kid's playing in his little VR headset. He's like, get caught, you gotta get dressed. We're gonna go. All right. He's in his like VR world. Oh, this is not working. This is not happening. So I come in from my run and I jump in the shower, check your internet connection and try again. But I'm connected to the internet, man. There we go. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Why web player Chrome? What the heck? I don't even know what this means. There we go. Fixed it. All right. So I come in from my run and I jump in the shower. But I was listening to Smartless, the podcast. So I'm like, I want to continue to listen to this in the shower. Not in the shower. I'm not stupid, but like outside the shower. So it was in this, it was on this little stand, and I reached to grab something while I was in the shower while I was listening to it. I reached to grab a razor blade to shave. It was on the windowsill where the phone was playing Smartless on the podcast machine. And I knocked the phone, and the phone fell off the what do you call it? Not a ledge, but a shelf. The phone fell off the shelf and landed in the open toilet. Yes, that's right. My phone fell off. I jumped out of the shower. I scooped it out of the toilet, which may or may not have been flushed. I'm not comfortable with you people yet to give you such details. I scooped it out. I got soap all over me. It is dawning on me that I am probably phoneless because the phone isn't going to work now. I'm angry. My kid is in his VR because he's not helpful at all. He can't even hear me screaming. Dude, I was without a phone. It was 1985 for me. All day Saturday. I had no phone. It didn't work. The speakers didn't work. And I booted it down. I was like, okay, let me just see if I can get it to turn back on. It wouldn't turn back on. I'm like, oh God, I have no phone. I got to spend all day Sunday at AT&T trying to get this fixed or get a new phone. It was the worst. I felt so freaking helpless. And then my son's like, well, I didn't hit anything. Why did it just start playing? That's weird. No, it just restarted. Okay, so the phone isn't 100%. Yeah. What the hell? That's not. That shouldn't. That's. Oh. Is my son? Can my son control my Spotify? Yeah. I think my son is controlling my Spotify. That ain't right. What the hell? All right, no closing theme. Or my phone is still broke. Anyway. That is so weird. That is so weird. No, he shouldn't be controlling. So my phone fell in the toilet, and it didn't work. And then I just left it out in the sun, and then all of a sudden it worked. And I mean, this is no indication that it's working, but it has been working pretty good for, Oh! That is my kid. He just sent me a text. Why are you screwing my Spotify? Hold on, kid. If you're watching this on YouTube, hold on. Let me play my theme, and then you can go do whatever you want. Isn't that weird? How is he able to control my Spotify? All right, this phone. That's weird. That's weird. So I have a Spotify account that my son has access to. And you remember the last couple of times when I couldn't play the theme song, the closing theme, I couldn't understand why I could. Stop it! Now he's just messing with us. Stop it! I don't even know what that is. Stop playing whatever that is. All right, this is now going to be a battle between me and and now we got to restart it. All right, I got to deal with my kid. I do not have a date with Dr. Jellyfinger. Al Gamboa, yes, possibly we'll have Kelly tonight. Just let me play the theme song, kid. Aren't you supposed to be in school? I am on a never-ending quest. All right, I'm just going to end it because he's impatient and he's probably just going to interrupt it anyway. All right, we'll talk to you guys tonight at 9 o'clock. Pillow Talk, possibly with Kelly, maybe. Definitely with me and James. Actually, not even definitely with James. Maybe even somebody else. I'm working on something. We'll see. Thank you so much, folks. We had a good time today. I got to yell about Herschel Walker. That felt great. It felt so good to vent. The best is yet to come. All right, bye, everybody. That is all I need. I don't need no 401. I don't have the greed. Down the road I'll travel, far from the comfort nest. I am on a never-ending quest. Tomorrow is another day. The best is yet to come. I have found a different way, so baffling to some. I can smile a little now, things are going good. I always had to be on guard, that is understood. Down the road I'll travel, far from the comfort nest. I am on a never-ending quest. I am on a never-ending quest. All right, you can have the Spotify back.